Well. Look what it is. Season 3 of Down the Rabbit Hole kicking off tonight.
Fuck yeah.
That's wild to think about. It's 3 fucking seasons already. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We have myself, Fuki, as you know, Shiro, the OG co-host of The Rabbit Hole, and we have our first guest of season 3. 2 of them, actually.
Yes.
We have Top Shelf Vodka. Don't stare at me like that. I know what you're
choked
doing.
on that one.
And we got Frothy, who is just a voice tonight.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
That ASMR, I'm liking it.
Yeah,
it's right up in there.
So yeah, usually the chat vibe is a little, more chill. But I figured we need some more hype music tonight, so we got a little more hype. However, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but down by the little bottom there, by our little logo,
by me,
you'll find it. No. Bottom of the scene, bottom of the screen, by our logo, which coincidentally is by Top Shelf. We have a little notice there. Down the Rabbit Hole got a sponsor.
Indeed.
There's
You
a
got a
sponsor,
sponsor, huh?
It's right there.
Season 3.
Nice.
Season 3.
Season 3 of right Down the Rabbit Hole is sponsored by Thryzen Men's Life Coaching. Whoa. It's a fantastic sponsor to have. I have all sorts of new fun toys that I can use on this platform. Like a scheduling for a guest.
No, different sponsor. Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Wait, I missed it. I fucked it up. I talked over it. What is it? What is
the bonus? No. So you know that little thing that you use to schedule your appearance today? That's a tool that I have thanks to our sponsor.
Oh, yeah, that was
nice.
Which is Thryzen Men's Life Coaching. So, a little about Thryzen. They offer transformative life coaching programs designed to help men specifically overcome challenges like anxiety, burnout, and low self-worth. With personalized programs, Thryzen empowers you to rebuild confidence, master your mindset, and take control of your future. Visit Thryzen.com today to schedule a free consultation and start creating the life you deserve. Fantastic sponsor, giving you all sorts of awesome stuff. And with that, we will turn on the automatic stuff that'll pop up in chat periodically for that. But it's crazy that the Rabbit Hole is sponsored now.
That is pretty damn cool.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Okay.
Maybe.
This is not the question of the day, by the way.
What if Thryzen wanted to be used by a woman? Is that like illegal? Possible?
I mean, it's possible, but the specific challenges that men are facing in this world.
I just like the scheduling thing. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. So
do I have to make Frothy use
Thryzen
it for
focuses.
Me? Does he have to set it up?
No. So Thryzen focuses on men's mental health specifically, and the challenges that come with that. Which obviously anxiety, low self-worth, and all that stuff it's no specific gender can have it. Everybody can suffer from it. So theoretically, sure, women could schedule a consultation. There's nothing against that.
I don't want a consultation. I want.
We'll say Thryzen's helped me a lot, for
That's
sure.
Pretty dope, man.
Well, the scheduling app.
It's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, I mean, the scheduling app. I mean, anybody can use it. It's just Calendly.
This is a reminder.
It's just
feed those damn fish.
There's limitations to the free version of it.
This is a reminder. Feed those damn fish.
Sorry.
Don't apologize to me.
Do
not apologize to me ever.
Bottom has a reminder to feed her fish. So
I get it.
We heard that. He's sponsoring things.
Well, I was actually I did the sponsor thing already. I was answering your question.
He's sponsoring things.
All right. So are we ready to kick this off?
Let's
I
Let's do
guess.
it, man.
How are we
I'm
doing
fucking
so far?
stoked. I'm
Let's
We're
fucking
doing
do it.
stoked.
fantastic. If it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
chaotic,
Come
it's
here.
not the rabbit hole.
Let's do it.
Froggy,
All right.
come here.
So our question of the day
Oh wait,
to
don't
kick
come
off season 3 of the rabbit hole. What does it mean to truly let go of control?
Never.
Okay. So, truly lose control?
No.
No.
Let go of control. Those are two
Yeah.
very different
Oh,
things.
just
So,
let go?
have you seen Fight Club?
Yes, of course.
So, you know the scene where on the highway and Tyler Durden is kind of yelling at the protagonist to just let go, to stop giving a shit.
Yeah.
That's the path we're going with this one.
Okay. Okay. Have you like just letting go? Like just letting go.
Yeah,
Can
just
you
letting go of control. Like, okay, so
Just kind
one,
of letting life take its course and just kind of going with the flow instead of trying to control everything all the time.
So I
so,
think that is the difference between people that can and can't handle psychedelics. People
okay,
that are willing to let go and people that aren't willing to let go are the difference in psychedelic. That's why it's scary to a lot of the community because anybody that's tried it and can't let go and just enjoy what it is for what it is, the people that can't do that are the people that do that are just the people that can't let go as compared to the people that want to hold on. They panic, they freak out, they want to grab the ground, they want to just do anything they can because they won't just let it happen.
Right. They try to control the experience, which ends up making it worse.
Exactly. I think that's the difference between a lot of people.
I totally get that.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
kind of in the same boat because, like, yeah, obviously you have those people who will die hard need to be in control 100% of the time, but that usually stems from some other thing, right? So if you were to have, like an absolutely, you know, unpredictable, chaotic childhood growing up, obviously as an adult, your coping mechanism would be to try to maintain as much control as possible to kind of balance out, that trauma. So if you were to truly let go and just let things happen, I mean, for me personally, I started doing that a lot more in the last like 4 or 5 years. And it's brought up some very interesting scenarios.
Just
Not bad.
letting go.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's just like kind of because I used to like try to maintain control over like certain aspects of my life, but I've always been like kind of easygoing. But over the last like 4 years or so, I've like just let the universe take its course. Like I haven't tried to control anything.
See, I think that's I don't know, part of my problem, like because typically I do just kind of let things like happen as they happen. Because I mean, most of the shit, a lot of people because control is an illusion to me, to be honest with you. Like
Fair.
you can't really control anything outside of yourself. And even then, half the time, it's a 50-50, because you never know how you're going to actually react to a situation until you're put in that situation,
Right.
so you can't really control that. Now, there is thing is self-control, which
Hmm.
isn't, but self-control would definitely be a much bigger thing than just letting go of control, you know.
Yes.
So I think I'm gonna have to start doing that a lot more, like especially with 2025, like because I know the BSV community, like they had an amazing 2024.
100%. I
A-
agree.
and but then again, my 2024 wasn't all that great. So like a lot of shit that because I did try to let go of control, like and just kind of go with things. Like it put me in situations that I never really thought that I would be in, and they weren't really good ones. So there
So
towards the end of 2024, I started like grabbing control more that as it went, but. To be honest with you, here lately it's been backfiring on me as well. So I think I'm just gonna.
so I think to kind of piggyback off of that a little bit is there is letting go of control completely, right? And then
Mhm.
there's letting go of control with guidance, right?
That's true.
So
Okay.
like
Okay.
you can allow everything to just kind of happen naturally, but you can also pick and choose what you take part in, right?
Right. Right.
And I think that's kind of the balance that you kind of need to maintain. Um, because if you do just let everything and anything happen with no rhyme or reason or thought behind it, you don't know which way it's going to go,
Yeah.
and that can bring uncertainty, anxiety, and whatever else happens with it. But if you are letting everything come your way, and you'd be like, "No, that's not for me. That's not for me." That seems interesting, you know,
Yeah. I
just
can
a,
see
a
that.
little a little extra.
Little pick and choose. Little pick and choose.
You could just be the navigator on the ship, not directly in control, but give some direction to the person steering. Exactly. That's a great way to put it. Because you don't know what the high seas are gonna. You could have a kraken one day, or you can have smooth sailing the next.
Good Lord, don't I know that?
You don't want to take part in the kraken, so you're gonna steer away from it.
Hey,
I mean, not that you're gonna know when the kraken's gonna come up, but it's
you're kind of treading waters on one of my favorite songs right now.
Oh,
go for it. What is it?
Yeah, one of my favorite songs is "Colors and Shapes" by Mac Miller. If you haven't heard it, it's really good, and it's the idea of just letting go.
Hmm.
And the song, like, oh, oh,
hmm.
like it's like so deep in your soul after you listen. So good.
Those are the
I'm
best
gonna have to put
songs.
that on my list.
It, but it treaded on what you guys were just talking about for sure. Like letting go, whether or not you can deal with what you got to deal with. Yay.
Absolutely. And I think there's a lot of songs that'll kind of touch on that topic, but like finding a good one, you know, like there's also kind of on the flip side of that is like instead of just letting things happen, not knowing what's going to happen and focusing on that aspect of it, like that would be the negative side of
Oh,
letting things go,
absolutely.
wouldn't it?
Like especially with people with anxiety, man, because like it's when you're just a ball of anxiety, kind of like I am. Like the uncertainty, like is just nerve wracking. Like it kills you. Like, but at the same time, it's a sense of adventure to it.
It's what's the word? Cathartic.
Yes.
Just conversation.
No, 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 no. Like not knowing like what what's ahead. Like just letting when you do let go, like the uncertainty of things. You know
Hmm.
that would be I don't know. I guess
Like
it depends on the
cathartic.
personality.
That was a
Yeah,
good.
cathartic.
That was a good word choice. Cathartic.
So here's an interesting thought. If you get anxiety from the unknown after quote unquote letting things happen, letting go of control, did you really let go of control?
Um, I can tell you, I have.
Well, you can say that, but if you truly let go of control, would you be worried about what the future holds?
No,
So then why would you have anxiety about it?
I don't have anxiety about the future. I have anxiety about how people perceive me. I have no anxiety about my future at all. It's all
Well,
about
right.
how people perceive me. That's that's my biggest anxiety over anything.
Hmm.
That's actually really fair too. That's what is that called? I mean, a lot of that falls into social anxiety, right? I mean, not just like being around people, but how people perceive you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I have no problem going out and talking to people, but I'm always worried about how they're gonna perceive.
Well, see, then me and you are the complete opposite because, like, I don't give two shits how people perceive me,
Same.
but I have a really hard time in big group settings. Like, it's
Yes.
like I shut down. Like, and I try so hard, like, to snap out of it and, like, try to enjoy myself and everything. Hell, matter of fact, back when I was in a band in Houston, we were playing a show, and I literally, like, so we were not expecting the crowd to be near, I mean, not even close to as big as it was. And as soon as I saw, like, this, like, we arrived to the place, like, we hadn't even got on stage yet, because it's odd, like, once I'm on stage, I don't feel that anxiety, because I don't know, to me it's not me in that group, it's me on stage. I have a lot more space around me, so
So
I don't have that anxiety.
that kind of reminds me of like a theory that I came up with a long time ago, about like social speaking, right? Or like public speaking.
Hmm.
Um, you always have the anxiety before you get up there, but once you get up there and start, it almost always goes away
No, yeah, the
because you're
Right.
no
moment you
longer
start,
actually
yeah,
worried about what's going to happen because it's happening right now. It's playing out right now. So your biggest fears that are causing the anxiety aren't happening.
This isn't
Yeah.
this isn't real. This isn't
my
like
my
actual
channel.
IRL hanging out. This
My
is voice. This is like a phone call. It's
Let's
different.
just talk about it. No, like the idea of like, no, I got you. So like the idea of like theater would be right up the alley,
Mhm.
right?
Hmm.
Like the
Absolutely.
idea that, yeah, I would, yeah, the idea of just being able to portray something, but you know, I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, man.
I
Appreciate you for being
appreciate
up.
you opening
Obviously.
my shop for me.
I'm here for you.
Log in Minecraft.
Calm down.
Goodness.
Jesus.
Just kidding. Good night, Ewan.
All right. One of my favorite
Thank you.
pieces of life advice came from a Hearthstone player on YouTube at one point who said something like, "Sometimes you make the best play you can possibly make, and the opponent can ruin everything with one card." And it taught me that sometimes you can do everything right, and still life will just hit you with a bad time. Absolutely, absolutely, and you just kind
Yeah.
of have to take that in stride. Things could be going very, very well for you, and then just like one day, everything gets flipped upside down. It happens all the time. And my theory on that is obviously, it's the karmic response, right? So there has to be some sort of balance somewhere. But in my opinion, it's not just trying to find a balance, it's trying to prepare you for the path you're currently on, right? So say you are starting a business, for example, right? And everything is going very well, very smooth. Um, and then all of a sudden you run into an issue where like if you don't solve this one issue, you cannot open this business.
Hmm.
If you don't solve that issue and don't open that business, then that issue was placed perfectly to prevent you from going down the life path you weren't ready for.
Yeah.
But if you do solve that issue, you get through it and you continue building this business and you open it, well, you're actually ready for that business. You're ready for everything that business is going to bring you. And that, in my opinion, is the the karmic response. It's not good and bad. It's balance in every aspect at once.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of going along like, everything's, for a reason. You know what I mean? Everything happens for a reason. Like that, like you said, that issue arose, to test you to see if you are ready,
Mm-hmm. And believe me, I've been tested many times in 2024.
Can I,
Mm-hmm.
can I be honest with you?
Please.
I do not like the idea that things happen for a reason. That
But they do.
no,
Hey, go on. Let's hear your opinion because I'm curious.
see. I have a slim margin on one side, but then on the other side, it's pretty wide. It's the fact that yes, within 15 seconds, I would have not met my wife for a moment. But on the other side, it's like it's just no. The other side is just everything happens because that's how I have predetermined it.
Did you predetermine it though?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because just as
My
easily as I can make
my
my life better today, I could fuck it all up today as well.
Well,
yeah.
obviously you can make
I
a
could
conscious
go out.
decision to do, one
I
thing
could
versus
go.
another.
I could go out and smoke some crack tomorrow and ruin my entire family's life, but I'm not gonna do
Right.
that.
Obviously. But what I'm saying is
Right.
everything that has happened up to this point has happened for a reason.
Yeah, but
Right.
the reason being, I made it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, there
But you
are
didn't
things
though.
outside of my
It's
control, but there
it
are
is
absolutely things within my control.
yes.
So
Like me
so
doing the
let's
laundry today means that I have clean laundry tomorrow.
Now
okay.
driving
And what
driving
will
down the
that mean?
street and getting T-boned by another car
Yeah,
and
that would
getting
be an
knocked out.
external, like, yes, that I'm sure you can find the silver lining in it.
No. Okay. Let's broaden the perspective a little bit, okay? So
Okay.
what brought you to this exact moment right here discussing this on the rabbit hole?
It's been a lot of choices.
Okay?
It's been a
And
lot of choices, my
and
friend.
every single one of those choices brought you to this exact moment right here. Even choices outside of your control brought you to this exact moment right here, right? Because the choices you had to make, somebody else also contributed to those questions to make you have to answer them. So everything is technically outside of your control because you're not able to control exactly what prompted that situation to come up in the first place. You're just reacting
Right.
to something that happened that caused you to have to make a decision. And then the decision you make carries on to the next instance of whatever that causes. Right? It's the butterfly effect, right? So one thing causes another thing to happen. We don't know what the repercussions of our responses today will be, but they will have repercussions one way or another.
Right.
And
Everything.
that is the reason for things happening.
So what do you how do you
I
think
think that's the silver lining of things
so
happening.
so people on the back burner, like people you've thought about for years, reached out to, haven't reached back, kind of got this like stalemate of like conversation or lack of any contact. How do you think they're doing based upon how you influence them?
Well, at that point, you're not influencing them. So how does that affect their lives?
I think it. Oh no.
Something broke.
So good on
He
my
was
side.
replaced with the cat cam, yeah. Oh no.
Hold on,
If
guys.
you could, that would be really cool. Oh wait, he can't. He's not watching. Hold on. Just take it, dude.
What was that? Crew Love I heard
Oh,
earlier.
there.
Yeah,
Well,
when we
there's
first
What
got
happened?
I have no idea. Like, but
Right.
now my stuff is all kinds of messed up. Hold on.
Yeah, that was really weird.
Okay,
been
there's
bothering
my
you all
camera.
day, Shoddy. Gosh, my brain.
Hey, Bottom, you're gonna have to turn your camera back on.
In,
You mean I
Stream
have
Together.
to do a thing? Okay.
Yeah, on Stream Together.
Can do.
That was weird.
And then you and Bottom switch places. Like on. Oh, I guess once she
Yeah,
turns her
you.
camera on, like it'll swap.
I don't
back.
know. No, I don't think so because she joined before you did. So she is now a source 2 and you're source 3. It doesn't matter. We're all here. It's fine.
I'm second,
Okay.
source. Get fucked.
That was really friggin' weird.
Yeah, everything just cut out.
I don't know. That was weird. Any hoozle. What were we talking about before that happened?
Control.
Oh God.
And everything happens for a reason.
Pumpkin, yes, because Bottom decided that she wanted to mirror my image on her side at the beginning. So now I'm facing the other. Actually,
Oh my
what
God,
happened
that's
was
right.
as soon as that happened, I just got up and turned, like moved everything and faced the other direction.
Bottom,
Like,
I
real
can
quick.
see your chat.
Yeah, this is the lunch table.
Oh, I gotcha.
Any hoozle.
It was yesterday, Arrow, or not affiliate, or yeah, his affiliate anniversary was yesterday.
Either yesterday or today.
nice.
It's sometime this week. I
Hell
don't
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Good job.
I mean, it's my like what second or third?
So, third
I don't know.
year in?
Maybe 2.5 of actually streaming. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's besides the
something
point.
like that.
That's besides the point. What were we talking about before that happened? I mean,
Dude, our ADHD brains like cannot handle that. Like that just wiped everything. Like
there's our
derailed.
first derail of season 3.
Do you guys want to know how you immediately drop viewers?
By
Not
bad things
really.
happening.
You play a Borderlands game.
Oh,
You play a
okay.
Borderlands game.
Legitimately, my friend. Like, you could play the game legitimately with friends and it'll just drop views by like 12%.
I mean that's your experience. I started with Stream or not Streamlabs, Borderlands.
You started with Borderlands?
We
Yeah.
did too. That was our first game.
That's really cool.
Actually, it was it was Borderlands the pre-sequel is what we started with.
Yeah. Yeah.
The pre-sequel, huh? Did you like it?
Wild.
Yeah. I've played them all. Like
revisiting
played...
an old question. No, Arrow, we never got around to this question because of the scuff.
Yes.
We're revisiting a new question.
We tried doing it, but it was bad. Like the scuff
It
was
lasted like
everywhere.
maybe 10 minutes. There was nothing to be discussed.
Yeah.
This is a brand new question.
Like it was bad.
I am really upset that I don't remember what I was talking about.
We were talking about everything happening for a reason, and that
Right.
problems are you're confronted with problems due to, I guess, testing you, right? Like you said, opening a bit,
Right.
a company. If you're put like, I guess you are muted, Bottom, because I can't hear you.
What?
I guess I don't think they can hear me.
There she is. There she is.
You're not muted here.
Wow. Well, then why aren't you listening? I've said it twice where we were at. We were talking about things happening for a reason and self will and control and like
Right,
how.
but I'm talking like more specifically. What was I talking about?
Well, Fatih had said
Yeah.
something about getting T-boned on a road, and then that's around the time that our
Oh,
cameras
yeah.
cut.
Okay. Cool. Thank you for that.
See, I didn't hear that part.
There
Yeah.
is a I don't know if it's like a proverb or a story or something like that, but basically it's like this Chinese farmer um got some wild horses, and his
Mhm.
son, once he got all the wild horses, like everybody, no, I'm sorry, his horse ran off, and the town was like, oh, that's too bad. And then the next day the horse came back with 5 wild horses, and everyone's like, oh, that's fantastic. And then each time the farmer was like, well, we'll see. Because the next day his son went out to try to break one of the horses, and he got thrown off and broke his leg. And everybody was saying, oh, that's too bad. Again, the farmer was like, well, we'll see. The day after that, the somebody from the government came by and tried to draft everybody, but his son had a broken leg, so he couldn't be drafted. And then everybody was like, oh, that's great. And then the farmer was like, well, we'll see. Because you never know what the events today are going to allow
Affect-
for in the future. So his horse running away led to his son not being
Getting
drafted into the army.
Huh.
So this is miles deep that we don't know about. But every decision made today, whether it's your decision or the universe's decision, whatever decision is made accounts for something in the future happening. And that's the butterfly effect.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know what that reason is, but everything does happen for a reason. That's what I was going to be getting into.
This is what Embark says, and Evie kind of doubled down on it. Is Embark says, I think the main argument for that discussion is miscommunication of thinking that quote unquote reason means quote unquote cosmic sentience deciding things for you as opposed to cause and effect. And Evie said, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. Odds are, though, the reason is that you or someone did something to cause it. And I think all of those things can simultaneously be true.
I agree.
Right. Well, when we say the universe, we're not talking about like some cosmic beings or just like, putting in commands into a computer like, this
Like-
is going to
That is possibly because
It is possible because, I mean, to be honest
we
with
may
you,
live in a
can't-
simulation.
You can't disprove it, in all honesty. So,
I
We're
could
just
have
Sims.
met bottom.
but I guess with me, like whenever we say the universe, it's more like energy. Like, the energy that you put out is the same energy that is given to you, I believe,
Mhm.
right? Like that is brought back to you. So when I say, the universe was speaking to me, that means, it's more of a gut thing. Like, and you can't really describe where it's coming from or anything like that. So you pretty much give it a broad definition of the universe, right?
Yeah. What a horrible stance to take, giving up all care for events that happen and not caring about your own response to them because the outcome is yet to happen and uncertain. Just giving up all agency for yourself preemptively. Not quite. Because the whole premise of this question is, just letting things happen instead of trying to be in control of it and forcing an outcome that you're trying to get. And that kind of led into, everything happens for a reason because of the decisions you make based on the things that happen. So like if you are sitting there, trying to force your way into getting a job that you are clearly like on the bottom rung of getting, and you're trying to force your way in there and you do finally get it, are you going to be happy? Because they didn't want you,
Stop.
right?
Right.
So if they didn't want you for that position, but you forced your way in there, you're going to have a harder time than somebody that they actually wanted to be in there. So yeah, you're going to have to work a lot harder. You may prove yourself and you may be like, yeah, I did it. I proved to them that I'm worthwhile. But if you gave up that
I think
control,
that's where my fuck all personality has really taken
Well-
me
well,
a long
yeah.
way because I've
But if you're-
Yeah.
never been told no or that I can't like do something that I want to achieve because I come in with it's half confidence and half like I'm already doing fine. So what's reaching out and trying to make something happen gonna
Well,
really
yeah, but
do?
this is
So,
a
like,
theoretical
taking-
situation.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm not specifically talking
Yeah.
about like you or somebody who's just always been nonchalant about things. 'Cause
Well,
I'm the
I
same
mean,
way.
like in general, like I think you can make anything that you want happen with the mindset, but you do have to take those steps to do it. Like I'm not waiting on the world to figure it out for me because
No.
it's gonna I'm gonna wind up losing my prime. Like this is when I can be making moves and doing stuff and putting hundreds of hours of dedication into the certain things that I want to become my future. I can't just
Right.
wait for my future to come at
Well,
me. It's
Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you just kind of let things happen because you have obviously when you're working towards all these goals, you have challenges that you have to accomplish, right?
Yeah, of
Right.
course.
Yeah. So if you were to just take those in stride and just deal with them as they came, instead of trying to avoid any sort of issue to kind of just get on the path you want to get on, just take things as they come. Stop trying to control all of those moves and just deal with them. And
Yeah.
I think that's the route you take when you're
well,
trying
yeah,
to
that's 100% true. I let the things happen and I roll with the punches.
right.
Yes.
And that's what I'm talking about here. I'm not and
I
the
definitely
opposite
don't
of that
try
is
to
trying
shut
to
that down.
right. And the opposite of that is trying to shoehorn yourself into a path that wasn't ever meant for you. Even though the
I mean,
outcomes are the same, how you
I
get
don't
there
know.
is totally different.
On
If
this
you just let things
particular
happen versus
thing,
trying to force it.
I'd consider
Mhm.
myself a pathfinder. Like I just walk in the grass and create the dirt underneath me, kind of thing. Like every route that I've taken has been a very impulsive decision. Yes, a lot of it's had to do with like random circumstance falling into my lap. What do I do with it? Usually, when there's an A or B option, I've 9 times out of 10 taken option C. And like going at it from another perspective or another angle. And I genuinely think that that's why Frothy and I are doing so well in such a saturated uh, social thing, like Twitch or whatever. It's not because we've got content that is better or different or whatever from anybody else. It's the fact that we did it coming off of like Imager and Discord and these like non-main scene social platforms. We kind of found like the outcast people. So I mean, like we've just done everything in an unorthodox way, but it's definitely been intentional once the option is presented to me, and then I choose that path. But
Right.
it is always
But
the most chaotic path.
But that's a little different than, I'm saying like trying to shoehorn yourself into a position, right? Because
Well,
you
yeah,
are
but I'm not
taking it
going
as
to
it
do that because
goes.
I don't want
But
that.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you're
wouldn't want to
picking
be
option C.
anywhere.
You're you have option A, option B. You choose option C. That's thinking outside the box, right? That's the best way to approach this question
Mm-hmm.
because you're given options and you're saying fuck it. I don't want either of those.
Yeah. And you're making like, yeah,
And if anything, choosing option C is like the epitome of letting go of control because that is the truly unknown situation,
right.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of like let shit happen, let it fall into place, and then I figure out the cool ways to make it work. And I've met some really really cool people doing that as well. But a lot of it at this point has come from me being 30. I'm out of my like social anxiety of being 20 and being afraid of confrontation or being afraid of like, that social negative pop up that you get in Sims when you're having a conversation with somebody. Like I don't care anymore. I've gotten to that point now where I know the crowd of people that are going to stand by me no matter what I wind up doing, because I never do anything in malice. And I think that that's always the most important thing, is never harm yourself and never harm anybody else. And outside of that, I think it's pretty safe to just wing it, but that's because I'm in a fortunate position now, Frothy and I both being like disabled vets, that allows us to, for the first time in, it took 10 years of our marriage, we're now at 12 years, but for the first time to like have that little bit of breathing room where we do have time to like kind of step out of our comfort zone and do something that we enjoy. And it did take a lot of really bold, really stupid things, but I don't know. I genuinely like to let stupidity take the wheel, because it's the unexpected thing, and that's what keeps you from doing what everybody else is doing. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. It's boring.
No. So boring.
Yeah, you don't want to be a cookie cutter.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I do. I want to be one of those cookie cutters that goes on like r/cookie cutter that people can't figure
shut
out.
Up. Shut up.
Okay, can I not be funny for a second? Jesus Christ.
Bottom has no business. No. She wants a barn shaped house.
So a
I
barn
want a
dominium.
Barn
lighthouse.
Yeah, she wants a barn shaped house is what she wants.
I want the lighthouse in Phasmophobia. I want
That-
nothing more than that in the middle of nowhere, like in the fucking mountains. I don't want any reason to have a lighthouse in the location I want to build it. And I want it to be on just like 4 acres of land, just enough to keep my neighbors away from me, but still close enough that my neighbors can see how tall my lighthouse is. Enough to be
I
a
mean-
nuisance.
4 acres, like it sounds like a lot, but it really isn't.
No, not when you have a big fucking spotlight on the top of your house.
See, that's not showing your neighbors. Yeah, that's not showing your neighbors how big your lighthouse is. That's blinding your neighbors with the lighthouse, like
Yeah,
distance.
I'll
Like,
make it so tall it won't be blinding though. Or
Yeah,
we'll put some cool like LED effects on it. We'll like we'll set it up to change
Fucking
colors
disco
and
ball.
shit. We'll just like
throw-
we're blue now.
instead
we're red now.
Fucking
We're
minecart.
instead
green
of a
now.
spotlight, just have a giant laser. Just
Oh my god. Disco
Just have
ball.
a minecart. Just minecart. We'll have a minecart going around with the light on it.
perfect.
Oh
I
my
want to
sure
live in
it's,
that goddamn lighthouse so hard, man. I would
Make sure
be
the
so
minecart
hard if
hasn't
I
been
lived in that lighthouse.
oiled up in years. Make it squeaky as hell.
God, old school. It'd be a minecart chest at least. It would be efficient. I could use it for storage. I'd put all my fucks in it and just let that shit
All my-
spin around the light.
The more fucks you have, the faster it goes.
And
Oh my
then-
god.
These aren't memes.
You could just use all the points from Fuki's stream. Just throw them in there. All those fucks.
There you go.
I have so I have infinite fucks then. I have infinite fucks to give.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bottom's got infinite duster nuggies.
I do. I can redeem all I want. I can.
I guess they
do as
could
many times as I want.
I wish I could have that.
be powered on
You know.
dumpster nuggies.
I'm just the side guy over here.
Just the side guy.
You're just the voice inside our heads.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess you could call that the universe, right? Universe talking to us.
As it goes.
Frothy is the universe.
Frothy is the
He's
universe.
my
See,
universe.
we figured
Oh.
something out. We figured something out on this podcast. There we go. We have actually solved the question. Like, what is the universe? Yeah, and
Frothy.
it's frothy. Like frothy.
It's frothy.
It's not 42, it's frothy.
That's hilarious.
Love
WWFD.
it.
Thanks for the sub, Gilliam.
Oh,
Goodness.
What would Frothy do?
He would take 12,800 milligrams, just chill.
Oh no, he would not, or he wouldn't be sleeping in the same room as me. That motherfucker talks in his sleep and shit when he gets that high,
Oh,
and I don't like being talked at when the person talking to me is not
don't-
even talking to me. Just
Yeah.
just talking.
whatever. Just
Yeah.
See, I usually don't talk in my sleep unless I'm like severely sleep deprived, in which case like my body will shut down, but my brain will still be working.
So I took 12,000 milligrams one time,
Oh God.
and like I lay down. I'm like, yeah. All right, open my eyes, and it's like 45 minutes later on the clock. I'm like, okay. I close my eyes and lay down. And then next thing you know, I'm like hearing the greatest joke ever told. Ever. The greatest joke. The
he
greatest.
remembers
The
that.
greatest joke. The greatest joke ever told. And every radio wave, every TV,
And the
everything
whole
just
world
silenced.
clapped.
And the whole world clapped at
It
it.
was a joke that was
The whole
You like
world.
fish
all
sticks?
of languages.
The whole
Do you like fish sticks?
world. The whole world thought it was the
Do you like
best
fish
thing
sticks?
ever. And then that was it. And then nothing more.
But he
Poetic.
was standing up to pee while he's high on all of this fucking milligrams in the bathroom from the main bedroom. And he's like leaned up against the trim of the door or the wall, whatever, peeing. And he just starts belting a laugh. And it scared the fuck out of me because I'm like deep sleeping and I'm sober. And I don't know he's high. That's the thing that I wasn't happy with, is there was no warning to the babysitting. And so, like, I wouldn't have minded him doing it, but just, like, let me know, dude, you know? Like, let me prepare for this. And, so
Oh my
he
goodness.
laughed. And I said, what? Like, what is this fucking funny right now at 3 o'clock in the morning? And he said he just heard the best joke ever. So I'm sitting there like, okay, well, let me hear it. And he was like, oh, I don't remember. And it made me so angry. I was so angry. And then he just laid down and started snoring louder than he's ever snored in his fucking life. And I left. I was like, it's couch night.
I
Not
don't
doing
remember it.
Oh man,
I was so angry.
that's the worst. Cause like when you're my dreams are like the most vivid they will ever be when I'm in that lucid state.
Yes.
Like when my body is exhausted and just knocks the fuck out, but I'm still like focused. I've
Mhm.
You're right.
I've started talking about like some like wizard shit at one point because my kid asked me a question. And I just went on this tangent about wizards. And she was like, she was like, I didn't ask you about wizards. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, dude, it's bad. It's bad, dude.
That's hilarious. Man, my daughter, she talks in her sleep. I used to mess with her, like, because she would actually respond to you, like, while she was sleeping. So I'd sit there and just ask her questions, like, and she'd actually talk, and I'd just be like, no way. And the thing is my brother, whenever he was little, he was the same way. Like, so I was like, man, it must be a family thing because I've never seen anyone else do that.
I have a coda.
I remember my sister would wake up like between midnight and 1:30 during the summer, and she'd just get up and start talking. I would talk back to her, and then she'd be like, and just roll over and go right back to bed.
Fair.
You do that now. I remember one time you said we were sleeping, right? sleeping out cold. You were asleep and I was asleep, and we were still pretty fresh in the marriage. So I was still like, in my early 20s and really nervous and overthinking everything. Like, does he love me? You're like, dude, he literally married you. But I'm like, but what if he doesn't love me? Type shit, that dumb shit. So anyway, we're laying in bed and we're both asleep, and he rolls over and he says, "You gotta get out." And I said, "What?" And he said, "You gotta go. Like you gotta get out." I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he said, "You gotta go." And then he farted
You
for
gotta
like
go.
8 seconds, and then he rolled over and went right the fuck to sleep.
So that brings up this point in a movie. I forget exactly what movie it was or anything like that, but essentially, it was basically saying that the reason why women die in horror films is because they question why a man says move.
What do you say? You say duck, and they're like, "Why?" Like, well, sorry,
That's
you
why.
just
That's
got
why our kid gets injured so often. Like, hey, buddy, you might want to move. Okay, you can learn the hard way. That's fine. Don't say we didn't warn you.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, I mean, other than the anxiety of with the uncertainty, like, I mean, what other negatives would there be to letting go of control?
Oh, I love uncertainty. I live for it. And I'm a very anxious person, which is weird. I'm like literally diagnosed with generalized anxiety, like crippling anxiety. And something, I don't know, maybe, okay, you know how like when you've got ADHD and
Mhm.
you smoke weed or you take Adderall, they hit you in a or drink caffeine. They hit you in a way that is more calming. Whereas when you've got somebody who doesn't have ADHD and who maybe doesn't naturally struggle with anxiety, derived from ADHD is what mine is, of course. Um, you fucking triggered 2 sound bites and it got me overwhelmed. Hold on.
As she's speaking about it,
As I'm fucking talking about
she
ADHD.
demonstrates it perfectly for us.
Oh, there it is, chat.
There it
There's
is.
more comfort in almost not knowing something because I get bored easily.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and I think that that's kind of why I go for the more impulsive things. But I get this gut instinct that I have just, I've been rewarded every time I've gone after this gut instinct. Anytime I've ever felt like, oh, could you imagine how this winds up playing out? By like reaching out to the certain person or dropping everything and like moving, like that's how me and Frothy got to this state. That's how me and Frothy got married. No, this absolutely fucks me up, Links. But like all of these big impulsive decisions that we've made have been the most life-changing decisions, and they've all been the most beneficial decisions. Not necessarily because they were good decisions, but they were always option C. And then it's fun to like dive into option C once the decision has been made and trying to like sort it out. And
Okay,
it's kind of like Minecraft where you just like absorb all this inventory. And then the sorting it out part is like when you get to organize your chest for the first time and like, let's see how it all plays out if I put these pieces in these certain places.
So let me piggyback off that for a second. So these impulsive decisions have always worked out better for you, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
with ADHD, naturally you are more impulsive. Why?
Absolutely.
Because it triggers the dopamine to be full in your brain. It makes you in a better
that
mood.
Makes sense.
Okay, so it puts you in a better mood, which makes you more excited about it. And when you're more excited about something with ADHD, you're hyper focused on making it happen.
Yeah.
Oh, this
So
is the
simply
description
by the
of me and
fact,
Firebot.
simply by the fact that you were excited to take the unknown path because it's impulsive, because that's the way your brain works. You have manifested your own future.
Yeah.
You have manifested
Oh,
all these
shit, I like
positive
that.
things in your life because you were so impulsive, because you just let things happen.
I will accept that. I do like this a lot.
So if we extrapolate that, you being born with ADHD made you make that decision.
Oh yeah, okay. So that part happened for a reason, and I did the best thing with it. Yes, I couldn't imagine my brain not being infected with ADHD. I
But
kind of love it.
Infected.
but growing up with it, it was not easy.
No, not at all.
No,
My mom
not
was
at
an
all.
ADHD denier. That was just an excuse.
Exactly.
Like, have you ever tried focusing? Have you ever tried not being
Right.
fucking sad all the time? Have you ever tried just
Exactly.
not being nervous? And you're like, Mom,
So
I don't
all
know
of
what's
that
wrong
bad
with
shit,
me.
all that bad shit and trauma and all that you went through that you hated your brain for, now you love it for.
That is 100% true. As an adult,
Mhm.
I think that is what changed between being younger and being 30, and just like, okay, this is the brain that I've been dealt. Let's see what it can get me. And oh my
And
god,
that's
I would say I let go 2 years ago, and I've been on the fucking up and up ever since.
that is exactly what this question's about.
You're right. Letting go, losing control. Frothy, if you're in the hallway, please open this for me. I can't. Why are these bottom?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Just don't be sad is something I heard way too often growing up. There is a song
Yeah.
called "Stop Being Sad." I think when Frothy gets back to his mic, I'll ask him to confirm. But it's literally, it's a song about. Have you ever tried not being sad? And he said, "Gee, thanks. That helps." Really
was that a
good.
song or was that from like a like
It is
Family
a
Guy or
song
some shit?
now. It has been said before. Somebody wrote it into a really good song.
Gotcha.
Is it a
Yeah, 'cause
jar
I remember
smack? No.
I remember
It's a
seeing that
shot.
a long time ago.
No, it's good. Yeah. Try not to be sad is something I've heard so often. One of these is open. Why? Hold on 1 second. Un momento. I will be right back for real. Husband!
Just struggle busting it over there.
This is the chaos that I missed
Yeah.
so much. It's still wild to think that we're on season 3 of this.
I know, bro. I know. Like, and we were saying that about season 2, you know, and then we were just like, you know, and now we're literally on our 3rd year of Down the Rabbit Hole.
And it's evolved every year. 100%.
Yes, it has. Absolutely. I mean, just look at what we're doing right now. Like, this all started with me and Fuki literally just playing a video game together and having a question of the day and talking about it as we played a game.
Just to give us something to talk about while we stream.
Yeah, like, so
Literally.
you know, that's what we did, and then it's just evolved into this. Like, we're sponsored, we have guests, like,
Right?
Ooh, we're sponsored. Let's talk about that. Who are we sponsored by, Fuki?
Oh, has that not come up in chat yet? What the fuck? We
it
are
ha-
sponsored.
not that I've seen.
Yeah, let's
We are
discuss
sponsored
it.
by Thryzen Men's Life Coaching. Thryzen offers a transformative life coaching program designed to help men overcome challenges like anxiety, burnout, and low self-worth. With personalized programs, Thryzen empowers you to rebuild confidence, master your mindset, and take control of your future. Visit Thryzen.com today to schedule your free consultation and start creating the life you deserve.
Now, do I want the life I deserve, or do I want the life that I want? Because I feel like those.
Do you want... I think a more
Not me.
profound
I don't
question...
know.
A more profound question is: do you want the life you deserve, or do you deserve the life that you want?
That ooh.
There you go.
Ooh.
Mhm.
That's
There
some
you go.
deep shit. Good deep
Mhm.
shit, not bad deep
Say
shit.
that
That's
one more time.
usually bad.
I cut out. I didn't hear it. Do you want the life?
Do
And
you
the life-
want the life you deserve, or do you deserve the life that you want?
Wouldn't that technically be the same
No
thing, though,
simple
right?
way
No.
to say
No.
that.
I don't agree with
Because
that.
because what if, you know, the life you deserve is a life of mediocrity?
Yeah, that's boring. Fuck that.
Like, what if you're an asshole?
Yeah,
You don't
that's
deserve
true.
the best things in life. You're an asshole.
Right.
That's true. And you could want a good life. That is very true.
Oh man, and they do, don't they? That's how our old
Mm.
boss Dave was. He was the franchise
Dave.
owner of the company. Fuck Dave, we fucking hate Dave. He was the franchise owner of the company that
Fuck
Flocky and I
Dave.
worked at, and he had the money to open a franchise. He had the connections to make it amazing, but he had the personality to just drive it into the fucking ground. He would do shit like, why am I paying Google to have my own personal representative if you don't even have me at the tippy top of Google advertisements? Like, what am I spending all this money on? Like, that's literally how he would talk to people. Whereas, you know, any reasonable person would just like go and touch base and like become a nice person to the person
Okay.
that's like helping you out. This motherfucker wound up on page 2 of Google. He called to complain about showing up fourth on the list of page 1. And then after this phone call, we started showing up on page 2 of Google.
Hey, you got the asshole tax.
You might as well
yeah.
not agree. Exactly. Or yeah, it might as well not exist. Like that is 100% like being not a shitty person kind of goes goddamn miles when it comes to getting things done. And it's not even like necessarily things done that you want. Okay, my example also being I was talking to I went on the Firebot thing, you know, and I filled out a help ticket because I just for the life of me couldn't figure out how to make TTS and my soundbite audio like stop colliding with each other because one would like cancel out whatever. So I made a help ticket and I got a response and I went back and forth with this guy and like I kept like thank you for your time, you know, like I understand you don't need to be doing all of this, like this really means everything to me, you know, like always remind the person that is doing a service with you to like that their time is valued, you know, like
Right, like
be
you
demanding, just be kind, and they wind up being like the dopest customer service type people
Yeah.
ever.
yeah,
No shit.
because it's the
That'll-
difference
that's the
between
best way-
like
that's the best way
Yeah.
to network. You
Yeah,
can't be a dick. Can't
because
just
here's the thing, right? So when you are basically like demanding somebody help you with something, like you
Fuck
think you're
that.
above that person, right?
yeah.
Right.
That's where you
Yeah,
get the
nah.
Karens in you know in retail. However, if you are more like, you know, thank you for doing this, I appreciate your time and effort and yada yada yada,
You
you're either
absolutely get a
keeping
better
them on a
response.
level playing field or you are elevating them above you. Either
Right.
one of them is fine. But if you can elevate them above you and say you have the authority here, they are significantly more likely to help you.
Oh, absolutely.
Like
Absolutely.
it's a request, not a demand, right?
If you're
Nobody
the
is going to
kind
respond
of
positively to a demand.
Yeah.
if you're kind to the person helping you, they're inherently more inclined to help you. Some people just don't get that. Well, it's
Absolutely,
not even
Evie.
just that. Like when yes, that's 100% true. But like I'll call a place that I fucking hate calling. Everybody hates calling. You know, like you've got to call for insurance or something like that, or the bank or whatever, and you're calling because you have an
a
issue,
nice
obviously.
person, and
Yes,
I'm the nice
you are
person.
their relief for the day. Like
Yeah.
this is your opportunity to be that one nice person that they had all day that they can go home and tell their spouse about. Like I had actually one really pleasant conversation today because
Yeah.
you know that their day is filled of other people experiencing issues that they are displacing their anger on this person. Like I know that it's not this person's fault, but this person's probably the person that has the answers. So like, yeah, I'm frustrated with the situation overall, but I in no way bring that frustration to the person that's fucking helping me.
No, I'm not angry with you. Thank you for helping me.
Yeah, dude, thanks
Yeah.
for taking your time to deal with this.
See,
Like, we'll
what-
figure this
what
out
was-
together. And that's usually how I talk to him. It's like, we're doing great. We got this. Like,
What
I'm
was-
super supportive.
what was awesome, like before when I had Comcast, and whenever you have a tech come out, dude, they hate Comcast just as much as you do.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
The techs
And
hate
that's-
Comcast more than you, actually.
And that's
Yeah.
and that's why, like, I always lead. Like, if I'm calling to complain about something because, like bank or something, right? Like they fucked something up, right? Like, I'm like, look, I understand that this is not your fault, and I am sorry that you're about to hear this, but this is fucking bullshit. Like, this is, I completely understand that you had nothing to do with this, but this shit needs to be fixed. Like,
Yeah.
So Gilliam says, I've done my time in customer service, phone, internet service, tech support. I've learned how to not talk to customer service. Exactly. And I guess that's why we are the way that we are as well. Because Frothy and I have also been on the receiving end of customer service. I also think that everybody
But I do.
I think everybody should be a server once in their life, and everybody should be customer service once in their life, just to fucking knock them down
Understand.
a couple pegs. Yes, like you
Mhm.
have to see both sides of that perspective.
You can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Going back to Gilliam, since it was a position where the customer was not able to learn social engineering to get an angry customer to thank me and ask for more. And that is my favorite thing. That's why I always wind up in a goddamn management position, is
Yep.
because one of those dopamine things for me is making an angry person satisfied before they leave. I guess it's one of those pleasing things or whatever. Not in a yes man type situation, but it is very rewarding for somebody to like completely flip their opinion. You know? Like I mean, with me and Rita per se, I would say is a good example. Like Rita was not too fond of me originally, but we wound up like talking it out, and she kind of turned out to be like a dope person. And it wasn't because I changed my anything that I had said, but it was just like, hey, I'm not really a bad guy. I'm just an idiot. Like I just like to do the ha-has and shit. And she wound up being really cool for it. Is what
Evie.
I'm saying. Like people can turn around. Evie is the fucking star of that show. I swear to God. But yeah, I think everybody has the potential to be turned around, and if they don't, then fuck them. Like I'm not gonna waste my time on them.
Right, exactly. There was one client in particular that like nobody at the company I work for, nobody wants to deal with this guy because he's that much of a dick, right? Everything is our problem. We need to fix it right here, right now. There's no question about it. Like we need to, put him up on a pedestal, right? I had a case with him where the application that I support was running very sluggishly. And I say, okay, it can be this, that, or the other thing. He only responds about 2 of those things. Okay, what about the third? It literally took me saying, I'm not going to help you unless you tell me this for him to actually give me a response. And the response was, it's fine. I didn't test it. Well, test it. I didn't hear from him for 2 months. And the only update that I got was from my manager, who had a monthly call with the guy and said, yeah, tell Fuki I'm sorry, he was right. I should have listened to him from the start. My manager's jaw fucking dropped because she has never heard that guy say those words ever.
And then you yelled at that guy for saying sorry, right?
No, because he didn't say to me. He didn't say it to me directly, and that would have been
had her fucking.
No, that would have been a worthwhile apology, because if he did listen to me from the start, he would have had his problem solved months ago. It was his own conscious decision to be an asshole that brought him here, and I had to deal with it. That was a worthwhile apology. But for you saying sorry, I'm late, that's not worthwhile. Fuck that. Don't apologize to me.
Don't do it. Don't say the S word.
It's actually banned in my chat. And I think because we have shared chat, it's banned in all of your chats now too.
I don't know. Let's see. We got to test this out.
Let's find out.
That is interesting.
Nope, it is not.
Still plays the trigger.
No,
for
it's
me.
not.
My chat's still allowed to be sorry and
oh well, I mean,
rewarded.
Here's the thing.
Shiro.
Yeah, Shiro, you're a mod.
Oh yeah, that's true. Someone else. Matter of fact, random.
Anybody who is not a mod.
Nope, right there.
Anywhere.
Blocking
I'm
sorry.
a Canadian blocking sorry
is akin to a hate crime. I'm Canadian. Blocking sorry is akin to a hate crime.
I agree. Nah, you guys are allowed to apologize in my chat. I don't care. You guys owe me an apology anyway. You guys are so fucking mean to me all the time. Good. I hope you apologize. I hope you feel bad.
Canadian?
I think that's the
All
only
right.
server I've ever seen that the people in the server like are threatening to boot like the owner of the server.
Right. So I had that backwards. If you say sorry in somebody else's chat, it shows up in my chat. It's not what I said. It's the opposite. Of what I said.
Oh, so you get extra sorries. Everybody, sorry in chat, real quick. Let me see those apologies right now. Rack them up. Rack them up. Let's get free ban from Fuki's Twitch. Let's go. Everybody
See, I
apologize right now. And for why, even. Give me. No, I want you to apologize, and I want you to tell me why you're apologizing.
Sorry for the sorry.
You guys suck.
Sorry.
My friend.
She says sorry.
I'll suck the sorry right out of you. Hey, yo.
Yo, what?
And that's my chat.
I apologize for nothing. No simple way. You get it.
I apologize for nothing.
It counts.
It can because it had the words "I apologize."
I will accept your apology.
For nothing.
Ooh.
What's your favorite candy bar?
Ooh,
Favorite candy bar?
Yeah.
Payday, hands down. Payday. Well, I don't know. Hold on. Are we considering Reese's Cups candy bars?
Yeah.
Yes, they count, and yes, I
They
agree.
count?
Reese's
I made two
Cups.
pickaxes. Fuck. Damn
Well, I mean,
it.
while it's candy, it's not a bar. That's a
Why did I do
circle.
that?
It's a
I mean, the
cup.
package comes in bar form.
That's true. That is true. So yes.
Well,
Reese's-
then I'm going to be the odd man out and say Snickers.
I love Snickers.
Mm.
Don't count me out.
Because really, it's like, yeah, you can have chocolate, peanut butter stuff, whatever, but like having a turtle, you know, you get the chocolate caramel nuts.
I love
Yeah, but the thing
turtles.
is you eat it like the top down, right? For texture.
The night of Curious Pro. Thanks for hanging out.
What?
What do you mean eat it top down?
Okay, how do you eat a Snickers bar? I lick off the top layer of chocolate, and then I eat the nutty chocolate mix or the nutty caramel mix, and then I save the nougat to last.
meant
Shiro,
more
how do you
like
eat your burritos?
No, it's just one block. I just
Well,
Sideways?
I
Like
That's
a
very
fucking
complicated.
typewriter?
It's very complicated. All right, it's a
I eat
process.
the layer of rice, then I eat
Right.
the lettuce, then I eat the meat, and then I drink the sour cream, and then I eat the rest of the tortilla.
Yes, I actually cut it open and just make it a taco. Like that's
cut it open.
That's better than eating it like a typewriter. Let me tell you that. God damn it.
like I mean I
yeah.
just like first thing is I take a knife and just slit it right open. I just peel it open and then just like put it all back together. Like I'm like, all right, now that I got my taco,
Oh.
Only that. Unless you make the ding sound at the end.
that's how I eat corn on the cob. Like that's
Obviously, you have to. Even if you don't like actually make the ding sound, it happens in your brain every single time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Question of the day: most controversial taco ingredient you like?
Oh,
Controversial?
What's
Oh.
controversial about a taco ingredient?
pineapples.
Taco- well, make it. Oh my god! But it works sometimes when you do a pork.
Dude,
It
Bro,
does.
Oh,
Yes.
or if you have a
Pork and
mango habanero
rice.
salsa.
Yes.
Bro,
Look,
it's
but the
so
thing is,
good.
okay. So is it a taco if it's a
Relish.
tortilla with just like sandwich ham in it,
Okay.
like is or is that a
Uh,
sandwich or is it
what
a
is
taco?
legally a taco?
That's
It's
that's a flatbread.
technically a taco.
It's a flatbread.
Nickname in high school.
Taco,
Okay.
a tortilla doesn't make a taco. I don't think. A taco
it
requires
can.
a tortilla, but a tortilla doesn't make a taco.
That
Yeah,
is
it's all
true.
covered
So
now.
what makes it a taco?
A taco is the culmination of everything that's in there.
Is it not a sandwich?
No, disagree. I think tortilla, because you asked, do you want a flour tortilla or do you want a corn tortilla?
Yeah, so a taco requires a tortilla, but a tortilla does
Correct.
not make a taco. It's like
No, because
every
a
rectangle is a square, but
tortilla
not every
can
square is a
also-
rectangle.
But tortillas can also make quesadillas. They can also make burritos.
Right.
So I think depending on the size of the tortilla has more to play. So if it's one of these smaller, like
Now you can make
corn-
a tiny quesadilla.
Yeah, damn sure can.
Okay, so a quesadilla.
Okay,
meaning
so
that
Evie,
it's-
what would be your most controversial?
Oh no. Okay, so is it the lettuce and tomato, or is it the lettuce? I guess
It
that
is.
makes
It's the
taco?
fact that you have all of your toppings
Why
folded
is
up.
that?
Yeah, that's a quesadilla. So where
No.
does it change?
No,
What are the rules?
the
When it's
quesadilla is
grilled?
you have one tortilla, cheese, toppings, whatever, and another quesadilla, and that's all melted together. Now, if you were to
I can make
take
a taco
that,
quesadilla.
you can.
I will.
You can. Absolutely, you can.
Alright.
You can also make a quesarito. 100%, you can do that
Okay, but what
because
if
you're combining two different things. But if you
I'm
just
about
had the
to leave
if you
this
just had the
chat to go make a
quesadilla, had the toppings, and you folded it up halfway, no melted cheese, nothing. That's a taco.
Okay, melted cheese. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Now, if you have the melted
grilled.
cheese, that makes it a quesadilla.
No, because if you have melted cheese on a taco, that just means that you did it right, and the cheese
that
melted
you
over
did
the-
it right?
Okay, but you're not melting the cheese on the quesadilla and folding it up around the ingredients. You're melting the cheese and pouring it on top.
No.
Correct.
So that's the difference. So where is the
Mm.
cheese? Is it spread out on the entire quesadilla and then folded up? No.
Can of sweet corn warmed in a pot on the stove, scooped with spoon into taco. I don't see not a single
you
bad
never-
thing
have
wrong
you
with that. That
heard
sounds
of-
so fine.
Have you not heard of corn salsa? Like that's a
Oh,
thing.
I love corn salsa.
Oh, yeah,
but
right?
A
It's
sweet,
in my
but like
fridge
sweet
right
corn.
now.
Oh man, yeah. I'll be
Yeah.
right back. I gotta go get a corn related item from my refrigerator.
Corn related.
Corn related item.
Yeah, that's not controversial at all. But that's what I'm saying. Like, what is a controversial ingredient to a taco? Like,
I guess you
I
can
don't think there
really
is
put
one.
any.
I mean, I guess a controversial ingredient would be like dirt, right? But like, I don't like dirt in my tacos.
I mean, if I drop it and there's a little dirt there, I'm still going to eat it.
Yeah, but that's that's not an ingredient at that point. That's a byproduct of the situation.
But I mean, it was still. I guess it wasn't used. It's a topping. There we go. It's
Like you
it's-
didn't take dirt off the ground and sprinkle it on your taco. You took your taco and you sprinkled it on the ground. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference.
I would cry. I would literally cry. I would be like, no, I was going to eat that.
Okay, 5-second rule.
Right?
Wait.
I'd be like, nah,
Wait.
it's good. It's good. Like, it's good.
Oh, I got
Fucking
it.
30. I will extend that to the 30-second rule. I don't care.
Public dirt gets 30 seconds. My kitchen floor, 5.
5. Yeah, absolutely.
I know what's on my kitchen floor. I don't know what's out there. It could be anything. It could be something good.
Probiotics that you got from the dirt.
You call it probiotics. I call it a worm.
Right? Like, a little extra protein, like whatever. Like,
Jesus.
I'm here for it.
My fiance is Hispanic, and she looked at me like I had 3 heads when I did that for the first time. Then Then your fiance is not a good Hispanic woman.
Right. Because everyone knows you don't just let a taco go to waste.
What is that that spiced corn? What is that called, Shiro?
Elote.
Say that again.
That one. That's it.
Elote.
That one.
Yeah.
Literally, corn is a staple to Hispanic food. Like, why would you not put it in a taco?
Right.
Oh my
That's what
god,
I'm
I forgot
saying.
to put up Plinko. I just left. Bad streamer.
Shit's
back.
wild. Welcome back.
What is a elote?
Welcome back.
Elote. It's
Okay,
You said
cool.
spiced
it's
corn?
it's like
Oh yeah.
Mexican.
Yeah, everybody likes it.
Yeah, it's Mexican street corn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Baby,
What is
don't hurt
elote?
me. Don't hurt me. No more.
No corn. By the way,
Frothy made this cornbread that's jalapeno, bacon bits, cheddar, like cornbread shit, and it's out of this goddamn world. And we've been
Hey,
talking
guys.
about corn, and I was like, need, and got, and happy.
Hey
that
guys,
sounds delicious.
yeah.
you
So-
actually want to know a really cheap, like.
Wait, Frothy,
Oh,
wait.
really?
So,
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Fuki, so what? Go.
The best elote and tacos that I have had in recent history were in this fucking taco place in San Diego. They were expensive as shit, but they were so fucking good. I had a surf and turf taco.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh,
That shit the
dude.
dankest.
It was like $10 a taco, but it was so good.
Oh
That shit's
wow.
so good.
You fish?
That is what?
You need to,
Fish is delicious.
you need to let go of control on that.
I love Fuzzies, man. Fuzzies is kind of my shit. That's like one of our very few chain restaurants that we return to. Like they're consistently amazing, and I like their mahi mahi tacos or their shrimp tacos
Ooh.
and all that shit is so good.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Mahi mahi
Oh,
is really good
breakfast.
fish too. By the way, did you
Mhm.
know mahi mahi isn't actually a type of fish?
It's dolphin fish.
No, it is basically any random fish that gets caught.
Oh,
Like if you're
okay.
fishing for like tuna, and then you catch like some other fish in that batch of tuna, that
That
extra
becomes
fish gets sold as mahi mahi.
Oh, that's genius. I love it. So it's working.
Yeah, that's why when you have mahi mahi, it's never like exactly the same.
I haven't noticed, but that's cool.
It's
Oh,
just
so you
very
just have to
bland
like
fish.
Yeah.
So it's like genius. Yeah, exactly.
Fuzzy's tacos are amazing, and they're
It's
a
literally
fast
just
food
an
restaurant.
intelligence modifier.
I can go into a gas station. We got a gas station nearby. It's got a Fuzzy's in it, which means I can go to a gas station and get a margarita at a fast food restaurant. It's not even a fast food restaurant. Like they make you wait for your food. It's worth it, but it's casual and it's consistently amazing. Fuzzy's is probably one of my favorite. What I would consider a fast food restaurant, even though it takes like 10 minutes to get the food. It's not like McDonald's fast food, but
So
fuck
like,
McDonald's.
so it's kind of like Qdoba or Chipotle or something like that, right?
Yeah,
But
kind of. You go to a
time-wise-
register, you order your
time-wise,
shit,
I would say yeah.
but it's a big ass gas station, so you can like order your shit and then go walk around and like
Yeah.
just look around and shit. It's fine.
And most fuzzies aren't that way, but yeah.
No, but our fudgy is. But the food is always amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say it's hard to fuck up a taco, but I'm pretty sure I know some people that can fuck up a taco.
No, because people can make them really
Mhm.
dry. It has a lot to do with the way you prepare the meat.
Mhm.
And a lot of people do tend to fuck that up. Like
Yes.
everything else, the lettuce, tomato, all of that shit. Yeah, you shouldn't fuck up a taco legally, but people do it. People
Legally?
So I randomly, like years ago, made a shit. What's the thing from Taco Bell?
Crunchwrap.
The Crunch Wrap. Yes,
I got
I
you.
actually randomly made a Crunch Wrap at home because I didn't feel like going to Taco Bell for one, but it sounded good, dude. I make it like regularly now because it came out so good.
Yeah, it's pretty simple to make too.
it's
Frosties
super easy
actually
to make.
made breakfast crunch wraps because they
Mhm.
discontinued it and failed me. Yep.
So
Taco
easy
Bell,
to make.
Bell, there it is. Way to cue it up.
I mean, if you think about it, if Taco Bell was, they recently did like the 90s are back type thing,
Mm-hmm.
but their tacos, their burritos, whatever the fuck they were, that were like 20 cents
Bring
in
the
the
prices
90s
back.
are like $5. Yeah, just bring the
Bring
prices back, dude.
they would never thrive. There's no way they could survive on the 89-cent menu in this economy.
No,
They can't even
not
get their
even.
shit staffed.
In this economy.
I mean, if
But
you
yeah,
buy
the beefy
things in big
5-layer
enough bulk,
burrito.
Right.
Yeah.
honestly,
So,
that's
fun fact
not a
about
bad
Taco
idea.
Bell. Fun
Shoot.
fact about Taco Bell is that they are not actually a food restaurant as much as they are a Pepsi restaurant. And Pepsi purchased Taco Bell mostly to have at least one fucking restaurant that was pro Pepsi because all other restaurants by default tend to lean toward Coca-Cola. So that's why you see so many Pepsi brand exclusive drinks like Mountain Dew Code Red or Mountain Dew Baja Blast or whatever. The drinks are the most expensive thing at Taco Bell. Like, that's no joke. But they sell salty ass food with a menu that hasn't changed since at least 2011. Yeah, unofficial slogan is Pepsi.
And
Okay.
even stuff that
But-
did come off the Taco Bell menu, like most of the time you can still order it.
Right, exactly, because they have all the same ingredients. So Taco Bell was my first job, and I'm still very passionate about Taco Bell. And I am aware that they've got like ridiculously high sodium levels, but as far as like it's minimal grease and it's not ridiculous in calories, which is why like if I'm going to eat fast food, I do tend to justify Taco Bell over other restaurants.
Mhm.
I don't eat their taco meat, but I eat like their chicken, or I usually eat like vegetarian type items there. But it's like consistently good from what I've had at a reasonable price. Even with inflation, it is still the more reasonably priced place. But yeah, their menu items are damn near the same that they were back in 2011 when I worked there at like 17 years old.
Yep.
But that's like the whole thing is Taco Bell isn't made to sell you the food. They're made to sell you the drink, and they're definitely stoner demographics.
Yeah, for sure.
So like you've got the people that know that they're going to go there and they're going to get their consistent, delicious, like affordable type food. And then they're going to want a drink. And then that's where you charge them like the $4. Like my drink is usually $1 more than my entire meal because I still eat off the dollar menu. Like I still get the bean burrito and a spicy potato soft taco. Like that's my fucking go-to every time I go to a Taco Bell. And if it's happy hour, I will get a medium drink because I'm a broke bitch. If it's not happy hour, then I'll continue drinking my bottle of water that I refilled from my refrigerator before I left the house. You know, but
Fair.
outside of that, yeah, that's where they make all their money. And I thought that was really cool. Like that is a restaurant that exists solely to sell Pepsi products. And then they have food on the side as well as an option.
Yeah, water bottles for me were not big enough anymore. I had to get that giant fucking thing.
I had the gallon for a while. It depends on what job I'm doing.
Well, this is a half gallon, and I'll go through like 2 of these a day.
Yeah.
If I had a regular, 15, 16 ounce bottle, whatever the fuck they are, I'd be filling that up constantly.
It's like a sip. Yeah, that's me trying to deal with this right now. I think it's 16 ounces, and I refill it a lot.
I seriously
but
have just bottles like everywhere right here. You can see
And
them back
that's
here.
me
Like,
too.
like,
Like back when I lived with my parents, they used to get like cases, like 10 cases of water like every week, right?
mhm.
My room would look that exact same way. At the end of the week when it was garbage day, I'd bring down like 20 bottles of water.
Yeah,
And that's
dude,
just the ones that I like brought up to bed because like I would always bring up 2 bottles to bed, right? Right before bed, I would chug one, toss that one, and then if I woke up in the morning or something, I'd have another one to kind of sip on to, because your mouth gets dry overnight.
Mhm.
That's what I have the other one for. And then I chug that one first thing in the morning. And then I do the same thing. Like throughout the day, I'd, bring other bottles back up there. But yeah, I would bring down like 20 bottles of water empty. I was like, I started doing that when I moved into this place, but I was like, fuck that. Like, that's way too much money to be spending on water.
Well, now water has gone up. Like Walmart
I
used to have a
refill from my
really, really
fridge.
good deal, like 42 bottles for like $3. Like, so I mean,
Yeah,
it
we
wasn't
have
wasn't
Right.
too bad. Now it's like
But it's
it's doubled in price.
adds up.
I
Oh,
haven't
absolutely.
I haven't paid attention.
I'm gonna be one of those on a very rare occasion because I'm also a hypocrite when it comes to it. I can't forgive myself for the plastic waste when I use tiny water bottles for how fast I drink water bottles. Like, I would
Okay.
rather just contain all of my water in one big reusable container. But I, for the first time ever, have a made it fridge that like produces its own water and ice, which I didn't have before. So before I had a refrigerator with a filter that produced its own ice, I was a little bit more guilty about using water bottles, but then we got like the pure filter on our sink. But I don't know. That's I want that back.
Yeah, Shiro. That
okay.
Mhm.
that 42 pack of water wouldn't
Yeah.
even last me a week.
I don't
Me
have
by
to
myself.
inventory one.
Dude, that's me. That's me. I literally just bought one. It was like Thursday, and I had to go yesterday to buy another one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I got my jug, because it's cheaper to get a Brita pitcher, keep that in my fridge, and I could fill that up for like 3 or 4 days, and last longer than that case of water would.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
that is true. That is true. I used to have a tumbler. I have no idea. With the move, dude, I've lost half of my shit. I don't know where the fuck it is.
That's fair. Me and my
Okay,
dad used to have this competition to who would have the biggest tumbler, and we both started out with like 12-ounce tumblers, and then like I got a 16-ounce, or he got a 16-ounce, and then I found like a 24, or it was something like that, and then I only got a 32-ounce tumbler, and then he picked one up because he got that one, and then for Father's Day one year, I got him one of the 64-ounce ones, which is literally this, right?
The big
Yeah.
boy.
So I got him that one, and for a couple years, like he was the victor and had the biggest, vessel of liquid. And once I moved into this house, and I was like, "Fuck buying water," I got one. So then we were tied. And then for my birthday last year, my buddy sent me a gallon of mead in a gallon size one of these.
Ooh.
So now I have a gallon tumbler. So I have the biggest one now. And I showed my dad, and the very first thing he sent me was a bigger jug. Like, because the gallon is 120 ounces, right? So he sent me one that was 150 ounces.
Wow.
Like within like minutes of me sending him a picture of the gallon size one, like within minutes, like he knew this thing existed. Okay.
That's great.
And all he did was he sent me that with a message, "I could do it,
I could do it, you know. Man, having to
Uh,
carry that around, like it's like carrying around like a gallon of milk, like
yeah.
just all the
Yeah.
time, like
Yeah. except heavier because it's in a metal container.
It was Evie. Evie's the problem. Evie's my favorite problem. Not to derail the conversation, but I think that's the theme here. I apologize.
Well,
That's basically the
now the
theme.
conversation is going to Evie is the problem. Evie, why are you the problem? Like, why?
So
Stop that.
Evie literally has been nothing but the problem, and Evie is exclusively what I would consider one of those problems that I instinctively. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Instinctively embrace. Evie says a lot of things that are hilarious that get me in trouble, such as I think your background has more personality than you do type situations.
Fair.
That is all accredited to Evie, who when I was trying to get into my old Minecraft server, and I couldn't immediately. Evie said, "Have you ever played Skyblock?" And then my brain went, "Holy fuck! I love Skyblock and I miss it a lot." So then I downloaded that, and now we got people in chat like, "Why aren't you in Links to the server?" And the answer is because I'm only here to entertain Evie and none of you people.
Fair.
Evie said a thing I got excited about, and then that's where my brain went. Because Skyblock does sound like fun, except for this fucking piece of wood I wasted. That was stupid.
I mean, Skyblock starts out difficult,
I love you too.
but as you progress through it, it becomes more and more like easy.
I
Like
love Skyblock so much because you can look around and you can be like, I literally built everything that you see.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I love that. You just got like these couple of islands, literally a couple of islands. I almost opened one that was like considered updated, but they had already built another portal for me and they had like a village set up and shit. I don't necessarily want all of that. Like I really want to play basic Skyblock.
So, if you play Java Minecraft, I'd say let's boot up a world.
No.
Oh,
Fuck Java. No. And I think that's another reason why we can have a continued beef. That was the first day I met you. Was me trying to figure out how to control my how to connect my controller to Java, and I couldn't figure it out. So all I did was get blackout drunk on stream instead. And then I was like, for sure you would hate me after that. I'm genuinely surprised that you ever talked to me again after that stream because that was like the worst version of me that day.
the whole time, everyone else is just playing, and Bottom is just like,
I'm just raging.
Incognito. Welcome to Rabbit Hole. We are very deep down this one tonight.
yeah.
You're with Frothy and Bottom. They're fucking problems.
They're the
That's
problem.
okay.
And Evie's also the problem. Don't forget.
It would not be down the rabbit hole if this didn't happen every single episode.
Oh, that's the whole point of the rabbit hole.
Yes.
That's why it's called Down the Rabbit Hole, because we dive head first down the rabbit hole to see where the fuck we end up.
The sorry command.
Not sorry.
Still counts.
Hello.
Oh, I got a question for you, Fuki.
Shoot. What's up?
Hey, Fuki. What is something you would do for yourself that you would not consider yourself doing for yourself? Like,
What?
if ever. Give me a moment. So
Okay.
if everybody around you looked at you and went, "That's not something he would do," but it would be something you would want to do for yourself. What would it
Oh, I know the answer to my
Go
version.
on a
I know you're
dating
not asking
show.
me. Okay, I'm on it. Yes, that was a good answer to that. I know my personal answer as well already. That is a good question.
Tell me your answer because I'm still not following.
Okay, so what Frothy is asking is what is something that would be out of the norm to the people that think that they know you the best, but it would be like a plot twist to them, but not to you whatsoever, because it would be perfectly within character of you to do. but something that like your community, your people, your fans, your whatever, they wouldn't see it coming from you, you know? So like mine would be if somebody offers me $1 million for the bottom shelf community server, I would sell that server in a goddamn heartbeat. I
You'd be
wouldn't
stupid
even
not to.
blink. I
Right?
wouldn't even fucking blink. Like there's
The best I can do is 350.
yeah, like you want to give me $700 for the server? Absolutely. Like I would kind of sell out so fast. And that's because I know that the people that truly were invested in me and Frothy would go to the other place that we would decide to go. Like Imager, ooh, we're live.
Mm-hmm.
There has been some changes with the platform that has caused Imager to receive more advertisements than they used to receive originally. And you can't really hate the player, you kind of got to hate the game because Imager was built by a very small community that was much like me and Frothy, probably not really paying the bills with what they were doing. And then they created something kind of dope. And somebody, some corporation with money was like, hey, $signs. And they were like, yes, I would actually love to pay off the mortgage of my house. So, like, I get it. Like, I know people are upset about them selling out, but in the same sense, like, if they sold out and they moved on to a different platform and still brought that same community over to them, then yeah, sell it out, get rid of it, and go start something new. And then that's your thing now. But yeah, I would 100% sell out in a heartbeat. If somebody named the right price, if that price is literally just you never have to pay your mortgage again, only property taxes, best believe whatever it is that I've got under our belt currently, it would be gone. And then we would just literally just go build up from nothing again somewhere else. Like,
fair.
But the thing is you wouldn't be building up from nothing. Like you would literally just say, hey guys, this is the new place. Like this is our new house. And then
Dude,
bam.
You have to speak in code,
hold
though.
on. Okay, so somebody makes you an offer for the bottom shelf community Discord server. Okay, say
Sure.
it's $500,000. You sell that in a heartbeat. Okay.
Oh yeah.
They now have it. Those are your people, not their people. They're going to follow you to wherever. So they just spent $500,000 on nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Absolutely
and
nothing.
that's on them for being bad business people.
Exactly.
That's kind of how I feel about like
stupid.
Sarah with Original Imager is like maybe she just took the buyout as her opportunity to retire, and maybe that's the most healthy thing for her because she had just like had a baby, she had just like started her family or whatever, and that's totally fine. Who was it? Who triggered that? Can't say top shelf in my chat. That triggers Utah prom. It's illegal in my chat. In fact, you are required to apologize in my chat. We have conflicting rules.
So you're saying
I'm saying
that's illegal in your chat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
so
now I have a weapon against you.
I can set it up to time
everybody in my chat, if you are watching on my channel, make sure you say top shelf.
I can time you out too, and it'll time you out of everybody's chat. Actually, hold on real quick.
She's gonna do that. Like she's
I'm
actually
actually gonna do that while it's on the top of my brain real quick. Hold on. So when you say top shelf, is it a command? Hold on. Yeah, everybody, you better get it out of your system now because it's almost over.
Oh, hold on.
Top shelf. Here it is. All right. When you say top shelf, it's going to cause a chat. It's going to cause a sound. Now it's going to cause a timeout. If I could spell it, it would say timeout user, which is this. And that's going to be $you, the person who fucking said top shelf. Okay, never mind. What do you mean? Oh, amount of time? Yeah, you can't talk for 20 seconds.
Oh, all darn. Right. Go on.
Okay, 30 seconds.
I put it up there.
Okay, 1 minute. You can't talk for 1 minute if you fucking call me top shelf. That's yeah. There you go.
I'm sorry. How
Time
long,
out
top shelf?
for 1 minute.
Yeah. How long
And
are you
then
putting stuff on top shelf?
also global cooldown 0. User cooldown
No.
0. You can get timed out as many times as you want. There you go.
Okay.
Call me top shelf as much
Go
as
on.
you want.
Put it on there. Put it on there. There you go. Top shelf. Boom.
There you go.
Guess
Bottom
what? I'm
shelf
still
vodka
talking to
timed
top shelf.
out Embark for 60 seconds.
I'm still
That's the
talking to you,
best
top
change.
shelf.
No,
And guess
you're
what?
incorrect. I'm not
It still says
acknowledging you
top shelf.
for 1 minute. I can't hear a
It
single
still
word you're
says
saying.
top shelf in your chat.
I should delete the trigger too. Hold on, that can also be done. Just remove all evidence.
What did you call me?
What the fuck did you call me? You better take it back. You know what? Hold on, I can set up an alias. You know what the alias is? Middle shelf. Also,
Middle shelf.
You guys are immediately gonna try to. None of that shit either.
This is how negotiations occur, chat. She said bottom shelf. I say top shelf. We end up at the middle shelf.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and eliminate that issue altogether. We'll do it without space. We'll do it mid shelf. Got all the variations.
2/3 shelf.
2/3 shelf.
Step shelf.
Step shelf.
What are you doing, step shelf? I think this is successfully the second time we've derailed.
That weird little shelf that doesn't really do much. Basically, a lighthouse in the desert. Bright but useless.
37 messages were.
Yep.
Hold on. 37 messages were deleted by a moderator. Was that on my side or your side?
Yeah, it wasn't my side.
Did I delete 37 messages? Oh well, rip those messages, I guess. Gone forever. We'll never know.
Peace out, messages. We'll see you next.
Gone forever.
Gone forever now.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. I'm
goodness.
still showing up in your chat.
Well, yeah, it's been a minute. This is the bottom.
Look at that.
I love that
Sure.
BOE fucking paved
I'm a
the
top
way for that
ramen.
soundbite. You top ramen, I'm top shelf.
Top ramen.
Uh,
Oh, I also have this set up. I'm very proud of this. I spent about an hour on this. I can just fight Fuki, right? And so bottom shelf vodka threw a snowball at Fuki. The hit was cold but ineffective. Where'd bottom shelf vodka even get a snowball anyway?
it's snowing in Texas now. Jesus.
It is currently,
Yeah.
which is kind of what inspired the idea, but 9 times out of 10 it will not
Yeah.
be snowing.
9
I
times
can
out of 10
also
it ain't
fight
Okay, that's not very top shelf of you. She is middle shelf right now.
Critical
hit.
So that's basically a roll 20. That was actually a very rare thing that I hit. I will also fight Shiro.
Okay.
I don't
Oh,
even
you're gonna
have
fight.
cooldowns. I will once I at you properly, like somebody who knows how to do.
Oh yeah, is this what
Shit.
we're?
Wow, how the fuck do I spelled shit? Okay, you know what? I decided I'm gonna fight Shin instead because his name
Shin.
came up first. I threw a wet noodle at Shin, but why? So I felt
Wait,
like-
noodle. Well, I mean, Shinra Tensei 99. But what? Who the fuck is that?
So I have one that will time somebody out for 10 seconds. I have one that will time somebody out for 5 seconds. And I've got one fight command that will literally trigger ads.
Damn.
Shiro is blind. Oh, Shiro
No.
blinded bottom shelf vodka with. Oh shit! It bounced. Oh, with their emergency pocket glitter. The bottom shelf.
How did
vodka.
they know I have emergency pocket glitter?
I can read everything.
It's in.
The bottom blinded Shiro with silence or science. It's a tie. I broke sound. I already told you that. I broke that button. That is the one broken button we have. You can redeem it for yourself if you need to. Oh, here we go. Bottom shelf. Wait, Corey hit bottom shelf
Yo,
of
that's
vodka
badass.
so hard that it broke the chat. We must enter emote only mode until we can resolve this issue. Way to break
Dude.
everything, Corey. I hope you're happy.
What?
Corey,
Isn't it cool?
Corey triggered your command from my chat.
Hell yeah! That's dope! Let's always collab chats forever. Let me break your shit always.
Dude, this is
That's
fantastic.
so cool.
I am
So-
so glad Stream Together came this far from where
No,
it was.
this is
it was-
amazing.
It was absolute dog shit a year ago.
So
was
your
so
VIPs,
bad.
your VIPs don't have to acknowledge emote only, which is also a really cool benefit
Yeah.
for them.
Right.
So they're above the emote only, but all
Hell
the
yeah.
fucking plebs in here.
Well,
are the
actually, no.
noobs.
Anybody from my chat ignores it because they're not in your chat and emote only. They're in my chat. Like Pirate,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Pirate's not a
okay,
VIP.
okay. So it didn't do anything with that. Okay, I gotcha.
Right. Yeah, I
That's
just
still
put
really
your
fun.
chat in emote only.
Well,
GG,
that's my
Corey.
chat. That was funny.
We're playing chat warfare now.
What, Frosty?
And here I am, just over here, just doing it from. Yeah, I'll do. I'm like Canada. Like I don't really do anything.
Damn it. Oh Jesus.
I am
How do I get
neutral.
my first piece of cobblestone? With a wooden...
Oh, that's funny shit,
Have
dude.
Cobblestone, right?
Oh, wait, I'm so stupid. I'm being so...
See
No,
what happens when
I
you
did
hit-
the rookie fucking thing! I did the thing everybody does! Oh, I forgot to dig a hole right there. I was supposed to put a fucking hole right there.
By the
Wow.
way, chat,
Ah!
Top Shelf is playing Minecraft while she chats with us.
Yes.
Not well.
Just in case you were wondering where that outburst came from.
Let's try again. Create new. We're trying again.
Anyways,
Glad
see what happens when you hit somebody hard with a cane. Can put other channels chat into emote only. Yeah.
That's hilarious. I'm down for it. Even if it punishes my chat, I'm so down for it. That is amazing. Best thing
Don't
I've
you mean
ever
especially if it punishes your chat?
Yeah,
infiltrated.
especially.
Yes, my chat's just full of bottoms that love to apologize.
Get good.
Did good.
I won't.
Oh, get good. Wait, that makes bad. I did good. We're gonna try
You done
this
good.
again. This is gonna be amazing. I did
All right,
the
so this
classic.
whole time I've been trying to fix this one timer in Streamlabs. Hopefully it works now.
What kind of time?
But Pirate Corey, welcome in. Welcome to season 3 of the Rabbit Hole. Glad to have you in chat. It's been a fantastic start to this season. I'm just gonna put that out there. I am so glad we're back. The other day I was in somebody else's chat and we were talking about like the soul trap theory and like reincarnation and like whether or not we're in a simulation and all that stuff. And I was sitting there, I'm like, I'm so glad we're starting season 3 on Thursday. Because I missed this.
Well, thank
I
you for
missed
the
these
follow there,
discussions.
Anberg. Yes, I'm right there with you, bro.
These conversations are like, I need them in my life. I don't like when we go like months without them. Because if you think about it, like
What?
the holidays were like
Oh yeah, I guess so.
crazy,
Yeah.
right? Because I had
Yes.
Spooktober. I had a podcast every week there. But then come November, I think we had like 1 or 2. And then it was like off for the rest of the year. Because everybody had like all sorts of holiday stuff going on and or other real life things. And it was just like, you know what? Let's just put it on hiatus until next season. And over that time, I made a lot of changes.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to one of the biggest things for season 3 is using Stream Together. That's going to make things a hell of a lot easier
Yeah, this is super
to
dope.
not only manage, but also to get people on, because I didn't like having multiple people stream the rabbit hole, because the chats are all separate when you don't use stream
Right.
together.
Yeah.
So it makes it really hard to manage a chat engagement. So when you're like, say you're in Shiro's chat and you talk to him and you bring up a point about the question of the day,
Hmm.
I don't see it because I'm in my chat, right?
Right.
But with Stream Together, I can
Preach.
see everything and I can respond real time alongside Shiro. I don't have to stop what I'm doing, open up his stream, read his chat, and then go back and respond to it. It flows a lot nicer and it's so much better. So much better.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, this is, and I'm so glad that they fixed this, dude. Because
Oh,
when
it's
during beta, like it was trash.
it
Like,
was
good
hot
lord.
garbage. Such hot garbage. And if I haven't said so yet, Top Shelf Frothy, thank you so much for being our first guest this season.
It's an honor. It has been so much fun.
It's
I
been a
will
lot of
eventually get regenerating cobblestone.
Because that's related to the comment.
Yeah, sorry. But no, I am grateful that you decided to let us take this position for season
Absolutely.
3. This is a lot of fun. I always
Absolutely.
enjoy this type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are always welcome on whenever.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm looking to get some sort of guest on every single episode. So I mean,
Yep.
You need to
ideally,
get
I'd have
Crime
I'd
Boy.
have
Otherwise,
like
it's just gonna be me and
multiple
Pookie.
people, but like any guest is a good guest to have on the rabbit hole. And
I
that was
agree.
one
That's
thing
how
that we
Theo
didn't
does it.
do. Yeah, that's one thing we didn't do last season because there was no good way to integrate it. And I didn't want to like have somebody not stream because they were a guest on my show, right? Like that's not cool. I don't want to put that on somebody. Now, this season with Stream Together, I can encourage people to stream. And that just makes it like a lot more approachable, I guess you can say.
Mm-hmm.
Because now it's not like I have to go to somebody who's been streaming for years and has
They don't have to make a sacrifice.
Yeah.
over it.
exactly. They don't have to sacrifice for it. They can just be like, yeah, it's going to be a fun thing to do. Just have a good conversation. And their chat can be just as involved as they normally are. And it's fantastic.
Fuck! Fine. Sorry.
Stop apologizing.
I won't.
Top Shelf.
I won't. I will not.
This
I'm
is-
actually
this is
more
why we
sorry
beef.
than I was.
This is why we
yeah, beef 1,000 years. Just want these fancy blocks. Okay, I will settle for not getting those. That's fine.
Anyone know how Stream Together interacts with viewer stats? So the
That's a
live
good-ass
count,
question.
the live count is added up from each chat, and that's where everybody ranks with that total count of live viewers. However, Twitch still looks at the individual chat for the actual streamer statistics.
Okay,
So
it's
it'll
still
help you
broken
rank
down.
higher in the category, but that's it. Everything else is still individual.
Oh no. Okay.
What'd you break?
I got a tankle. I've already killed like 3 bottles of water. I
my
will be
goodness.
right back.
We are about an hour and a half in. Do we want to take a quick break?
Yeah, let's take
Sure,
it.
intermission. Let's go.
Yeah, little
All right, we'll be
intermission.
back in a few minutes here while we take our quick break.
They will be. I'm Minecrafting. I'm gonna figure out how to do this shit.
Yeah, fair. You.
about. I'm wreaking havoc in this bitch.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
I'll take it. I will take it.
Work.
All right, so let's do it.
So
Come on.
I am guarding your body. Got it.
Yes. I want you to watch the kind undercurrents. We invested a lot of money in this newspaper. I don't need it egged. Take care of it.
At least it's Arrow. I know,
Sean,
right?
You got this.
Thank you.
What am I? Chopped liver? You don't believe
Yep.
in me?
I believe in you right after I believe in Shard. Like, I believe in Shard. Like, there's
Why
a
did you have to?
hierarchy there.
There is a hierarchy, and I'm sorry.
Got so trained.
I can't see behind me. Hello, Optimus. Get on my train. Yes!
Let's go get him. Let's go reboot him.
And you're not
My-
gonna get me that time.
Dude, I have VODs on Twitch. It's done.
Fine. I'll do the sound for you. That way you don't have to waste the time later. Hold on. No, hold on. No, oh, cool. I'm struggling. Hold on. All right. 3.
That was a wild ride that lasted probably far longer than it should have.
Shut the fuck up. You know I am.
Knife fight, knife fight, knife fight.
No! God!
Did you get shot?
No, it's... This dude came out of nowhere just saying...
Is him constantly.
Watch me not know how to do anything.
Right. No, I can just get Kev. Like he was playing on controller last time. I'd be like, hey, what do the buttons do?
God damn it, Northern! You weren't supposed to do that.
Did he do it? Did he do it?
He fucking did it.
Yo. I know what's happening fucking next round.
So I don't know why that alert didn't go off. That's mildly annoying. I wonder if I even have an alert for 10,000. Next round had to fuck with you though. I mean, that's fair.
I get rid of that. What is this? I do not want the fucking invader.
Man, we must have hit that thing enough by now.
Nope.
This isn't over. Not yet.
I feel like I should have paid attention to what I was supposed to be doing. The bounce bracelet, hell yeah.
I'm clicking that.
Good. fuck was that? So
What happened?
apparently, Jet was howling. Just out of the blue. He's laying outside my office and he just started howling. I almost wish that got picked up on my microphone. That was hilarious.
Properly. That's it. Like, just let it go. You were traumatizing them.
Oh
At least
my
at birth,
God,
like
this is such a good drop spot. What the fuck?
Have you never come here before?
No, I'm getting just a
Sounds like you
bunch
came
of
a lot,
like blues.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad everyone didn't do that.
I was gonna.
All right. Welcome back to the Rabbit Hole. Season
Yes.
3, Episode 1.
Is he done?
I was laying down and I started just
Sponsored by Thryzen Men's Life
He
Coaching.
being wild. Okay, give me
Look
one
at my
second.
foot.
Indeed.
If you're not familiar with Thryzen,
Okay, hold on.
Thryzen offers transformative life coaching programs designed to help men overcome challenges like anxiety, burnout, and low self-worth.
He was being really
With personalized programs, Thryzen empowers you to rebuild confidence, master your mindset, and take control of your future. Visit Thryzen.com today to schedule your free consultation and start creating the life you deserve.
But eventually.
That is our sponsor for Season 3 of The Rabbit Hole.
Oh, he will.
That's
yeah.
wild to say. This podcast is sponsored, dude.
Right?
No, he's just medicined up right now.
I still can't believe it. You know you've made it when... Yeah, exactly, Corey. Exactly. And this all started with two friends playing a video game and just wanting something to talk about.
Yep. Straight up.
Yes.
Now, I do have a question, okay? Because
Corey.
the Rabbit Hole is like an official podcast. It's got this official look and feel and stuff like that to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But occasionally, it doesn't have to be that way. How would chat feel about going back to the old way of things every once in a while? And we just have this discussion while you're watching us play video games.
I'm down for that for sure.
This is like official, right? This is all getting recorded. This is all getting edited and uploaded all over the place. And so, like, if you're listening to just the audio, you really won't hear much of a difference. But if you're watching it, your experience is going to be totally different.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with multitasking, unless, of course, you're driving. I fair.
Yeah, that's true.
That is fair. I'm talking more of like the content side of this podcast, right? Like, do I want the occasional different feel for the consumer of the content? You know?
Mm-hmm. I
I mean, you know what? No, because here's the thing. That would actually work in my favor. Because how many times have you been doom scrolling and come across like those podcast clips that have the stupid fucking Minecraft parkour underneath it?
right?
Whereas if we are doing that live, you know, I'm pre-recording that. I don't have to get some stock footage of Minecraft parkour. I can make the content while I'm talking. That makes sense to me.
Minecraft hardcore? Is that what you said? Or Minecraft parkour?
Yeah.
Minecraft parkour. I was talking about
Oh.
those when you're doom scrolling and you see those clips of like podcasts and then like the Minecraft parkour clip underneath it.
Oh, right. Of course.
Yeah, because I was asking chat how they would feel if we went back to like the old school way every once in a while and had a question of the day that we talked about while we were gaming. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. And then it dawned on me, that's exactly what those people do to get views.
Oh yeah, because it gives you something visually stimulating to look at while you're doing a podcast. I know
Yeah.
nothing about that. I would never do something like that. That sounds ridiculous.
I'm not convinced.
I would never sit here and give people a podcast while simultaneously playing a game that's visually stimulating. With
I am not convinced. You know why I'm not convinced?
No.
Because you're still on Plinko.
Oh fuck! Well, I'm not. I'm playing Minecraft. Fuck Plinko. Fuck your results. We're playing this now. We're Minecrafting, bitches.
That's great. All right, so we are well and truly off topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't even remember where we started. Or where we are.
That's a good thing. That means the rabbit hole is doing its job.
Mm-hmm.
Because halfway through, when we take our little break, you shouldn't know where you are.
Perfect. I've never seen this place a day in my life.
Which is why usually halfway through, we kind of start circling back around and trying a different perspective on the question of the day.
Okay.
So going back originally, what does it mean to truly let go of control? And Corey, I think it was you earlier that mentioned your arms falling asleep while you're driving and you physically can't hold onto the steering wheel. That, yeah, that's not like you letting go of control. That's just not having control, right? That's losing control. And I think it's a big difference between letting go and of control and losing control, right? Because there are a lot of factors that could make you lose control. Yeah, I think that would be a safe bet on losing control. Yeah. So how would life be if you didn't let go of control, but you lost control constantly?
That's
Say that again.
That might sound like somebody who doesn't have a good grasp on priorities. Not and I know that sounds like a victim blaming type situation because I know that there's definitely going to be situations where life just dealt you a shitty hand and you were literally just genuinely a very unlucky person. But I think 8 times out of 10 on that situation, which could actually be reduced to 4 out of 5, would be some people tend to not make their priorities in a reasonable fashion. So some people dig their own hole, and some people don't. Some people genuinely just have a rough go. But I have absolutely also known people that tend to put themselves in their own predicament.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I mean, at that point, that's all about like recognizing a bad situation, right? And just like making a decision to not entertain that idea. You know, like for example, if you're frequently at like a hangout spot, right, and there's somebody there that constantly makes you uncomfortable, you're not going to go and accept an invitation to get into that person's car.
Correct.
Right. Like that just screams bad idea, right? Even if they did, stop making you feel uncomfortable for a little bit, like you still have that basis of this person's weird, right? Like people don't change like that. Like there's always like a core of them that's still there. Like you can evolve past it and learn how to mitigate it and change yourself that way. But at its core, that's still there, and you're actively fighting not to let that out. Like it takes a fuck ton of work to make that difference.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Uh,
CZ.
Damn, I was gonna put my workplace accident in the category of letting go of control, but that's 100% losing control. I actually don't have an example of personally letting go of control. Suppose I'm not the type.
And that's what we were talking about earlier tonight. There are, two types, of people. One that likes to have that control, like to try to control as much as they possibly can in their life, or as opposed to others that just kind of go with the flow, and what happens, and they don't really, I guess, crave that control.
So
Like Bottom was
I
saying,
would say from the beginning of this conversation, I literally laughed at the question because I have always considered myself a control freak. And then my perspective kind of got swayed with the way that Fuki addressed it, is having the ability to always choose option C when option A and B are the only options presented to you. There is a dopamine release of
Yeah.
choosing option C and jumping into the unknown, and then that's where I become a control freak, is like trying to steer it once I've made the impulsive decision to kind of let life do its thing. So I'd say I have a little of both. I think I've got a delicate balance of it, kind of. Like Evie was saying earlier, you kind of let the waves do their thing, and it's just up to you to steer the boat.
Left or right turn only. Fuck that. I'm going straight.
Yeah, exactly.
Dukes of Hazzard that shit.
Oh.
Going with the flow, in my opinion, would be terrifying. Really, Corey?
You like to
That's
go against
interesting.
the flow.
I mean, I don't like going against the flow, and that's just effort.
I do. I love it. I live for it. It's very there's a lot of satisfaction in overcoming what other people tell you is not possible. And I very much have a personality thriving on being told that I can't make a vision that I have happen, when in my head I can see the vision playing out. So a lot of my quote unquote success has been a lot of spiteful fuck you, I told you I could do it, and then I'm not really interested in it anymore, and then I move on to another thing.
Well, see, that's where your motivation comes from, because that's what's fueling your dopamine.
Yeah, for sure. It is
it's
very rewarding to be able to, and I don't even rub it in people's faces. It's just very rewarding to be told that I can't make something happen, and then I make it happen. And it's not for me to prove it to somebody else. It's for me to prove it to myself. And that's
Right.
a very satisfactory thing for me.
Right. And that's perfectly fine, right? But then once you do prove it to yourself, you don't have anything to prove anymore, and you get bored of it.
Yeah, so then I move on to another thing. Yes, and that's where the ADHD absolutely kicks in.
Absolutely. And that's just part of living with ADHD. It's instead of hobbies and collecting things, you have spite.
Right? And that's exactly what it is. It's spite.
Is your hobby.
It's adorable. Just a little sprinkle of spite.
Just a little
Spite sprinkles.
sprinkle. A little sprinkle of spite.
That's wild.
Damn, I'm learning a lot about myself tonight. That's for sure.
That means it's a good rabbit hole.
It is.
If your perspective doesn't change at some point when you're diving down the rabbit hole, you're not doing it right.
That is true.
I mean, hell, there was holy shit, it was episode 1 of season 2 that Arrow dropped that nugget on me.
About his butt tattoo?
No.
Oh.
No. No, where he was saying the
oh shit.
The butterfly effect causes the Mandela effect.
Right.
Oh, share that with me. How do they link up?
Changing things in the past alters the future timelines.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, so
Listen.
he's talking about time traveling specifically.
Well, not time travel.
Travel. But like what you do
chilling.
what you do. Well, okay. So the consensus that the rabbit hole has kind of come to is that time exists at all points simultaneously.
Yes.
So somebody making a decision in this point in time on this timeline, if you will, could be before the same event on somebody else's timeline. And then if those two timelines at some point converge, there's going to be differences in how that played out.
Answer guy incognito. I need to know the answer.
How do you change things in the past? You don't.
Okay, so how the fuck did it happen?
It's already
Because
happened.
it already happened in the past.
So it's a multiverse theory, not a time travel theory.
Correct.
I mean,
Multiverse,
technically,
yes.
they're the same theory.
No, they're technically not. One is like you have two choices, and bottom version A chooses version A, and bottom version B chooses version B. God, those were very difficult words to string together. But I've always seen that happening in the same timeline, just different.
So let's expand on that, right? So you have one timeline, it branches, right?
No, it deletes all of their it deletes all of their comments whenever they get timed out. I didn't
Yes, it
realize
does.
that. That's hilarious. I will
Yes, it
never
does.
know what you said before you call me top shelf. Those are gone forever. Corey, sorry. Okay, continue.
Corey said time machines are top shelf only.
Oh, and then they all got deleted forever on my side.
Not on mine.
Not on mine.
Oh, that's fun. Okay.
Anyways, so you have your one timeline, and then you make the decision, and it branches, right? And it goes in one direction or the other.
Right.
So, whichever side you were on, that's your timeline. That's
Yeah, I
your
get
universe.
that, but it's
Everything
the same-
exists in that line. If you
But
were to
it's
jump to
happening
the other one,
simultaneously. It's not
right,
like time
just like the
tripping.
multiverse.
Right. But you're
So
not
it
like
happens
going back in time
simultaneously.
in a
So
time machine.
exactly, you're crossing to a different timeline or a different dimension, a different universe. It's the same
Yes.
theory.
I guess technically that would be time travel.
I
I mean,
because all points in time occur simultaneously. So
Mhm.
this event right now that we're having could be occurring before the same event in a different universe, a different time.
Right. But then that
So
would be time travel if it's happening if this instance right here, this conversation, it happened, let's say in the past on another timeline, but you move over to that one, you actually went into the past just on a different timeline.
which isn't your past. So is it really time travel?
Oof. Well,
That dirt's gone forever. Fuck.
I don't
Because
know.
you're not going into your past, you're going into somebody else's past. And somebody else's
Right.
past is just their present.
Then no, it's not time travel. It's dimension hopping.
Exactly.
Dimension hopping.
That's why time travel is not possible, but you can dimension shift.
Which I've done on shrimps, but we started the conversation with that kind of.
Exactly.
Corey, yes, that I've always thought so. Like, says if at any point in the future time travel becomes possible, wouldn't that mean that time travel has always existed?
Yes.
Yes.
Simply because we exist in the here and now permanently.
Mm-hmm.
Right now is the only thing that exists. The future does not exist. The past does not exist. We exist in the here and now. However, all points in time happen simultaneously because it's only the here and now. It's just which experience are we having right now?
The past doesn't. Now the future and the present do, but like the past does not happen at the same time.
Yes, it does.
Explain that
So
one.
going back to the exact same example you gave, if we
Mhm.
went to a different universe where this conversation happened in the past,
Right.
if we go back to this exact moment in that universe, that's their past, right?
Right, but it's not yours.
Exactly.
No, so it's just dimension
But
hopping.
it's a
still.
point in time, right? So
Time's kind of a myth.
it is a construct that we created. Yes, I agree.
Like purgatory, it is simultaneously a 6-month and a 1-week conversation.
But if you are, we exist in the here and now. But if the future exists, then the past exists. It just doesn't exist now. It exists at a different point in time. And since all points in time occur simultaneously, then if we were to dimension hop to a different point where this already occurred, then we would be quote unquote traveling to the future. And if we went to a point where this
we're literally traveling to the future right now. Already. That's happening.
at 1 second per second, yes.
Yes. 1 second per second traveling to the future can't stop
Yes.
us.
However, that's besides the point. We're talking like weeks, months, days, you know.
Okay, sure.
So if I dimension hop to a point where this conversation happened yesterday, then I would be quote unquote time traveling into the future. And
Did
if
you ever
I
read the book A Wrinkle in Time when you were a kid?
a very long time ago, yes. I don't really remember it.
Very long time ago for me as well, and I don't remember the premise of the story. I just remember the major plot twist of the story, saying that the story was able to take place because you were on this period of the piece of paper, and this was on this period of the piece of paper, and it was the same time that existed, but instead of like calling it like time travel, it was literally a wrinkle in time that like brought the two time periods together. And I
Yes.
guess that's the first time I ever, as a young child, since that's children's read, that was the first time I'd ever like really put any thought into it in the first place.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I always thought that was an interesting perspective on it.
Yeah, that is the that's actually the wormhole theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But to going with the flow, I found it interesting. You thought I was interesting. I didn't go with the flow. Oh, hold on. I found it interesting that you thought it was interesting that I didn't go for the flow. Fair. Okay. The future doesn't exist, but it is only shaped by ourselves. Why would one just simply sit idle if the only thing that shapes your future is yourself?
Yeah. I
That's
100%
exactly
agree
why
with
you
that.
wouldn't sit idle. Because you define your own future. If you sit idle, your future is you sitting idle. If you take action, your future is decided by your actions. So are you perfectly fine sitting idle for the rest of your life, not accomplishing anything? Then sit idle and let that be your future. What if you hop to a dimension where this event never occurs? Okay, so that could be one of two things. One, the decision in that dimension was to call off the rabbit hole discussion. Okay. Or it's a point in time where this hasn't occurred yet. And if it is the former, then that is where you run into converging timelines and the Mandela effect. Because I have the memory of it occurring while somebody from that timeline, that dimension, does not. So now we have conflicting memories of the same event.
Mandela effect.
Now, here's one that we always go back to when this comes up. Growing up, when you were in school, what were you taught the name of the island was that the Statue of Liberty is on?
Mine was Ellis Island.
What else would it be? I don't know. I went to Christian school. We hardly learned
Well,
any
in this
history at
timeline,
all.
it is not Ellis Island. It's actually called Liberty Island.
God damn it, Corey.
Wait, no, that's wrong.
Yeah, Guy Incognito, you are from this timeline.
Yes.
I have heard of
Fuki
Ellis
and I are
Island.
not.
Does Ellis Island exist?
Yes.
It does exist.
What is it?
But were you taught that that's where the Statue of Liberty was?
Not only taught, but I actually visited the Statue of Liberty on Ellis Island.
That's the trippy part. Like for me, like I was never really taught where it was. So Top Shelf, you and I are probably from a similar universe, similar timeline.
I just went to Christian school. I wasn't taught a lot of history. I also had ADHD growing up, and I wasn't interested in a lot of the shit that was being shared with me. So I don't know. Because
Well, those are the three answers that we generally get. It's either Ellis Island.
You answered, I would have assumed Ellis Island. That's the memory I still thought that I had.
Okay.
So I don't know.
The three answers that we usually get are Ellis Island, Liberty Island, and it was just never really taught.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Look at that. You get food delivered.
Food. Yeah, DoorDash.
I got
hot food. Hot food.
I just have a useless coda.
He is not useless. How dare you?
Look at him.
You take that back.
He's laying on his bed, but his head is off the bed.
Yes. He's chilling. He's a professional doggo.
He is a professional doggo.
Well, that was stupid of me.
I can't believe that he's already 9.
Our kitty cat is quite old too. Frothy and I got him when we first got married. He's like turning 12 in April, which is wild to me. It's wild to hold on to a family member for that long. Yeah. Your doggo is as old as our actual like a son.
That's wild.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
All right, so I'm gonna play Skyblock, but clearly I am not in the mode for it right now. It's midnight, so it's probably about that time anyway to give up on the dream.
Fair.
But don't kill me in my own game. It doesn't count.
Everyone is from this timeline. Guy Incognito. Do you want to expand on that a little bit? How do you figure? Because we are absolutely open to all perspectives on the rabbit hole. We encourage new perspectives that we haven't heard before. And that arguably is a new one. I don't think anybody has mentioned the words everyone is from this timeline.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
That's a new one.
I
would love to hear why.
Somebody has to not exist from this timeline in order for us to know that we are coming from different timelines. Like if we all came from the same timeline, then we wouldn't question it. Maybe.
Everyone else is from this timeline. That's technically a more true statement.
Just that there's zero conclusive scientific evidence to support otherwise. I mean, science hasn't really fully understood physics either. Like, there's still room for outlying information.
Right.
That doesn't mean that it's not true. It just means that it hasn't been figured out yet. Like, what the fuck's at the bottom of the ocean? I don't know. I haven't been there yet. We've been to the moon. We can answer those questions. We can't answer other questions. So until you can give a definitive, hard answer, it kind of remains unknown.
I mean, because here's the thing, right? Because there's science, which has been proven and tested, and yet still is subject to change as new developments come out and new discoveries, right? So science is never 100% sound. Like there are
It's never
things that
complete.
are
Science is
there
proven
are
wrong all the time. Like that's
absolutely it is.
why there's so.
Yeah, so that's why your science textbook has to change like every like year.
That's why poor Pluto, fucking, they changed it from it being a planet to
Bro,
just fucking not.
never. I will never forget.
Never forget Plinko or Pluto. Fuck, I was reading chat.
Never forget Plinko.
Poor Plinko.
Fucking cheating ass bitch.
They actually just released extremely detailed photos of the ocean floor from a new satellite. The
Oh,
ocean
cool.
floor is a fascinating place.
How many
Fuck
aliens were
the
there?
ocean floor. That is the scariest place ever.
Oh, I will never. I'm never gonna go scuba
From
diving.
a
That might
satellite?
be my fear.
From a satellite.
Yeah, from an underwater satellite.
An underwater satellite? Isn't that called a submarine?
That's called radar.
Right. Oh, good lord.
Yeah,
That's
some
where
new
the
technology. They
aliens
scanned the
live.
ocean floor with new cameras. Sonar. That's another one. Yes. I would be interested to look into that article because like cameras require light and the ocean is literally so deep.
Yeah, but this is
there is
also
no light.
2025. Like, light can source itself now. You just have to find a light that can handle the water pressure and go deep enough. I'm sure the cameras are built in with lights. This isn't like throwing some Game Boys down there.
But this
that you
is
have to rely on
a
the street
no.
light stuff.
He's talking about a satellite like in space using a camera
Oh,
to look at the
okay.
bottom of the ocean. Like
I don't know.
Maybe if it's like some like really low wavelength of light that can penetrate that deep. But like I don't know, dude. Like that's a lot of fucking water
Satellites
to go
can
through.
see with more than just a visible light. It's still called a
Right.
Camry if it's infrared.
I understand that, Amberic. It's just like how deep can that actually go, though?
Well, you're gonna have to put that behind a paywall.
Yeah. I mean, if it is truly a new technology, I doubt they're just gonna have a detailed explanation of how it works.
That is also true. It runs on magic and unicorn poop, which they haven't told us
I would
about
believe
yet.
that. I would
When
believe
they're
that.
still harvesting unicorns, not telling us that they exist, because once we know that they exist, we're gonna be on to them.
Right? In its first year of development, the SWOT satellite captured more details of the sea floor than in 30 years of data collection by other satellites.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I 100% believe that.
Yeah, new technology will always be better than past technology. Like that's.
Oh yeah, you're like, what
that's
the
not what I'm
fuck is
arguing.
that? All of a sudden, I don't. Yeah, it's the how does it see it from space? I feel like I'd have an easier time believing that we're dropping literal cameras deep down into the water that have their own light source. But I don't doubt that. I don't know.
This is just my personal issue because I don't know how far light travels through different mediums, right? I don't know that. That is not a number that is in my head. So that's what I'm finding hard to believe. I will argue that point. 2 words: Cybertruck. I saw this funny ass picture the other day. It was a listing on some marketplace for a Tesla Cybertruck for $90,000. The picture of it was a silver dumpster.
Hell yeah, that's my shit.
And I was like, the angles are right.
Yeah.
The angles are
dude,
right.
last Friday going to pick up my my daughter, I saw a teal Cybertruck, dude,
Mhm.
and it
Did
literally
it
like
look like us?
like it yes, it looked just like y'all, and like it had
What is us?
Cybertruck, literally like a decal that says Cybertruck on
In case you
the
didn't already know what
on the
you're
side,
looking at.
and it was in the font of Cyberpunk. I was just like, that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. See, but the thing is, your dumpster fire looks better than what that Cybertruck looked like.
Hell yeah, I drive my dumpster fire in a heartbeat. I just put that shit on like 8 skateboards and go down the road.
And still look better doing it than anyone driving a Cybertruck.
For sure.
All right, guys, I am falling asleep. Like, I've been fighting it because it's midnight.
That's like your one thing.
Yeah, it is past your bedtime. But you know
What
what?
about you, Fugi? Are you still streaming or what are you doing?
Nope. I think we've come to the bottom of this rabbit hole.
Yes.
I think it is time to call this one because we're
eating.
not staying on topic nearly like at all. it's
Coffee
the
left.
bottom. It is the bottom of this rabbit hole, and I gotta say, kicking off season 3 with a fucking banger of an episode.
So much
Hell
fun.
yeah. I loved it.
Hell yeah.
I loved it. I was looking forward to this all damn week. Like,
oh, dude, I was looking forward to it for like 3 weeks.
It's not a competition. I was looking forward to it for like 7 weeks, bro.
Let's be honest, you were looking forward to this for like 7 minutes. You forgot about it.
Yeah, that is kind of true. I was literally about to go to bed before Shira was like,
Yo,
tonight?
yeah, you ready for tonight?
No.
I knew to message you. I was just like, I better message this woman.
Good
like,
fucking looking out.
All right. Well, for all of you who've been hanging out, I sincerely appreciate you for all your involvement in chat. It's been fantastic. For anybody listening on any other platforms, if you want to be a part of the discussion, stop by my stream every other Thursday. Fugi Plays on Twitch TV. It's a fantastic time. You're gonna love it. But I appreciate you guys for being here, for hanging out, and all that stuff. Who are we gonna raid? We should do a triple raid somewhere.
We should go to Thurgood himself. Thurgood himself, please, because that's who I'm rating. Hold on, I'm about to read over. I'm reading now.
Hold
I'll
on,
send you the
hold
link.
on.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Everybody
send the
calm
link.
down. I'm gonna send the link right now. Who do I send it to? Because I've already rated over. Hold on, we're going here. I'm gonna put it in the Discord chat. Discord chat right here. Here, go
Okay,
here. To this guy. He is like my new favorite. Oh, message failed to load. Try again. What do you mean? Oh my goodness, I'm
Hurry
losing
up.
my mind.
Yeah, I
I'm
was about to say.
hurrying. It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. It's a. God damn it! Look at this. Do you see what's happening here?
No, I don't.
Fuki, I'm just
No,
gonna fucking.
like
I'm
that's
messaging
the
you.
problem here.
I know that is the problem. It's Thurgood himself. It is twitch.tv/THURGOOD himself. Thur. So THUR good himself is the name.
That did not work.
It's a slash command.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I can't load.
See,
things on
that's
Discord.
why it's my bedtime.
It is. Well, you're doing great.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow with Final Fantasy Fridays. It's going to be a long one tomorrow, so if you're here early, if you're here late, whatever, I'll be here. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Fantastic start to season 3.
Absolutely.
So
Everybody
grateful for you
have a
guys.
good night. Thanks for coming out, watching us. Like, we love doing this. Like, this is one of our favorite times, like, favorite things to stream. So,
absolutely.
Y'all
I missed
have
it for the past 2 months.
Right?
All right, guys. Have a great night.